Aging is a part of life that none of us can avoid, yet many people face it with fear, worry, and a sense of losing control. It's often seen as a time of decline, a period where you become dependent on others, especially your family, to provide for your emotional and physical well-being. But this mindset can rob you of the true power and independence that is possible even in your later years. Life doesn't have to be about handing over control to others just because the years are passing by. In fact, your later years can be a time of strength, wisdom, and even happiness if you approach them with the right mindset. As we get older, the societal expectation is often that we will become more dependent on our children, leaning on them for support, both emotionally and financially. But is this really what brings peace and security? Or is it just a way of letting go of our own ability to live fully and independently? What if relying too much on your children and family could actually lead to more worry, more stress, and more disappointment? This is where the wisdom of Stoicism comes in, offering us a path to true freedom in old age, one that doesn't depend on anyone else. Stoicism teaches us to look within, to find strength in ourselves, and to focus only on what we can control. In a world where it's easy to feel powerless as you age, Stoicism reminds us that true power comes from mastering our own minds and emotions. You don't have to place your happiness in the hands of anyone else. The key to a secure and happy old age lies in building the pillars of independence, self-reliance, and emotional strength. Growing older brings its own set of challenges. Your body might not move as quickly as it once did, and society might begin to look at you as though your best days are behind you. But none of this needs to affect your peace or your sense of purpose. Stoicism offers a way to detach from these external pressures and find lasting contentment. It's about realizing that your happiness is not tied to what others can do for you, but to what you can do for yourself, even in your later years. The truth is, no one can take care of your well-being the way you can. Your children might mean well, but they have their own lives, their own responsibilities. Leaning too heavily on them can create strain, not just on your relationship, but on your own sense of independence. Every time you depend on someone else for your happiness or security, you give away a little bit of your own strength. And when you give away enough of that strength, you start to lose the ability to stand on your own, both emotionally and physically. But it doesn't have to be this way. There is a path to living your later years with dignity, without burdening others, and without feeling like you're losing control. It starts with a shift in mindset, a decision to build your life on solid foundations that no one else can take from you. Stoicism teaches us that peace of mind comes from focusing only on what is within our power, and what is always within our power: our thoughts, our actions, and our responses to life's inevitable ups and downs. There will always be challenges as you age. Health concerns, financial worries, and changing family dynamics can create storms in your life. But Stoicism reminds us that while we can't control the storms, we can control how we navigate through them. You don't have to depend on others to weather these storms. The strength to get through anything already exists inside you, waiting to be cultivated. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is the importance of self-reliance. This doesn't mean shutting yourself off from others or refusing help when it's genuinely needed. It means building your life in such a way that you are not completely dependent on anyone else for your sense of well-being. It means developing a mindset that allows you to stay calm, grounded, and at peace, no matter what life throws your way. As you grow older, it's natural to want to connect with family, to enjoy the company of your children and grandchildren. These relationships can bring great joy, but they should not be the foundation of your security. When your happiness depends on how others behave or treat you, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Children have their own lives, their own struggles, and they may not always be able to give you what you need. This doesn't mean they don't care, but life pulls everyone in different directions. Stoicism helps us accept this reality with grace, allowing us to enjoy these relationships without placing all our hopes and expectations on them. Financial independence is another critical pillar of a secure and peaceful old age. Too many people reach their later years unprepared, hoping that their children or the government will step in and provide for them. But relying on others for financial stability can create anxiety and a loss of control. Stoicism teaches us to take responsibility for our own futures, to live within our means, and to plan for the challenges that might come. It's about cultivating a mindset of preparation rather than one of wishful thinking. Even if your financial situation isn't perfect, Stoicism teaches that peace of mind doesn't come from having the most money, but from managing what you do, have wisely and without fear. By focusing on what you can control, your spending, your savings, your financial decisions, you build a sense of security that no one can take away from you. This kind of independence is not just about money, it's about maintaining your dignity and freedom as you age, so that you don't feel like a burden on anyone else. One of the greatest gifts Stoicism offers is emotional resilience. Life is unpredictable, and as you age, there may be moments of loneliness, loss, or frustration. But these emotions don't have to dominate your experience of old age. Stoicism teaches that emotional peace comes from within. It's about learning to let go of the things you can't control and focusing instead on your own reactions and mindset. You have the power to choose peace, even when life doesn't go as planned. This emotional strength allows you to face the challenges of aging with grace and courage. It helps you to let go of expectations that others, including your children, should make your life easier or more comfortable. Instead, you become the source of your own comfort, your own strength, and your own happiness. This doesn't mean you won't face difficulties, but it does mean that you'll have the inner tools to handle them without feeling overwhelmed or dependent on others. In the end, the Stoic approach to aging is about empowerment. It's about taking control of your own happiness, your own peace, and your own security, rather than waiting for someone else to provide it for you. It's about realizing that true freedom comes from within, and that no one, not even your children, can give you the strength that already exists inside you. As you embark on this journey of understanding how to live a secure and happy old age, remember that the power to create a fulfilling, independent life lies in your hands. The teachings of Stoicism offer a blueprint for how to do this, showing you that with the right mindset, you can face the future with confidence, knowing that your well-being doesn't depend on anyone but yourself. This is the path to true peace, security, and happiness in old age. As the journey through life continues, aging brings with it the challenge of holding on to the sense of control and independence you once had. The years may pile up, but that doesn't mean your ability to live securely and peacefully must diminish. The Stoic philosophy offers a path that keeps you grounded in what truly matters, a path that doesn't rely on external forces, particularly not on your children or others, for happiness or security. Independence, according to Stoicism, is not just a luxury. It is a necessity for maintaining a dignified, peaceful, and truly fulfilling old age. The modern world often encourages dependence as people grow older, pushing the idea that retirement means leaning on family for support, both emotionally and financially. But Stoicism challenges this notion, arguing that independence is the cornerstone of lasting peace and security. Relying too much on others places your well-being in their hands, which can lead to disappointment, frustration, and even bitterness. Stoic independence means building a life where your contentment comes from within, not from the fluctuating presence or actions of others. This doesn't mean shutting yourself off from your family or loved ones. It means recognizing the importance of standing on your own, emotionally and financially, so that you are never at the mercy of others' availability or generosity. True independence means not waiting for someone else to rescue you from life's difficulties, but developing the tools and mindset to handle them yourself. In old age, this becomes even more crucial because the stakes are higher and the time to build resilience is shorter. Financial independence is often the first thing people think of when discussing security in old age. But financial stability is not just about having enough money in the bank. It is about feeling in control of your own life and choices. Stoicism teaches that managing your resources wisely, avoiding excess, and planning for the future can bring a sense of freedom that wealth alone cannot provide. The peace of mind that comes from knowing you can support yourself, no matter what, is an essential part of a fulfilling life in your later years. At the heart of Stoic independence is the understanding that much of life is beyond our control. However, how we react to those uncontrollable events is entirely within our power. A secure old age is not about avoiding hardships, but about developing the inner strength to face them calmly and with dignity. Whether it's health challenges, changing family dynamics, or financial uncertainty, Stoicism teaches that by focusing on what you can control, your mindset, your actions, you can maintain your peace even in the face of adversity. Health naturally becomes a concern as you age, but the Stoic approach encourages acceptance rather than fear. Physical decline may be inevitable, but your response to it is not. Stoicism teaches that you should focus on maintaining what you can, whether that means staying active, eating well, or simply being mindful of your body's needs. This approach helps you feel more in control, even when parts of your health are outside of your grasp. Accepting what you cannot change while actively working on what you can is a vital aspect of independence in later life. Emotional independence is just as important as financial independence, and it may be even harder to cultivate. As people age, they often become more emotionally dependent on their children and family for a sense of purpose or validation. But Stoicism teaches that placing your happiness in the hands of others, no matter how much they care for you, is a path to disappointment. Emotional freedom comes from realizing that your sense of worth and well-being must come from within. Stoics understand that life's difficulties don't stop at old age. In fact, they often intensify. Children move away, friends pass on, and health may falter. But Stoicism offers a way to meet these challenges with a calm mind by focusing on building internal strength. This emotional fortitude allows you to face whatever comes with a sense of peace, knowing that your inner world cannot be shaken by external events. Self-reliance doesn't mean living in isolation or rejecting the help of others. It means cultivating the skills and mindset that allow you to navigate life's challenges on your own terms. This is particularly important as you grow older because it prevents you from becoming overly dependent on your children or others for your happiness. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes from being able to stand on your own, no matter what life throws at you. As you age, society often expects you to slow down, to step back, and to let others take the reins. But Stoicism encourages you to remain active in your own life, to continue learning, growing, and contributing in whatever ways you can. This mindset shift allows you to feel more in control of your own destiny, regardless of what others expect or assume about your abilities in later years. There is great power in solitude, but only if it is chosen rather than forced upon you. Stoicism teaches that learning to enjoy your own company, to find peace in your own thoughts, is one of the most valuable skills you can develop as you age. When you no longer need constant companionship to feel happy or fulfilled, you gain a freedom that few people truly understand. Family relationships can be both a source of joy and a source of stress. Stoicism encourages you to nurture these bonds without becoming overly attached to them. By practicing emotional detachment, you can appreciate your family for who they are without placing the burden of your happiness on their shoulders. This not only strengthens your relationships, but also prevents the frustration and disappointment that often comes when we expect too much from others. In Stoicism, there is great emphasis on living according to nature. This doesn't just mean aligning with the natural world, it also means accepting the natural stages of life, including aging. Embracing this idea allows you to approach old age with grace and acceptance, rather than fighting against the inevitable. This acceptance brings a sense of peace that can't be found in trying to cling to youth or resist the passage of time. The Stoic concept of control is central to achieving independence in old age. By focusing on what is within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your responses, you can navigate the complexities of aging without feeling overwhelmed. This control brings a sense of stability and peace, even when external circumstances are difficult. One of the most powerful teachings of Stoicism is the ability to let go of what you cannot change. In old age, this becomes even more important. Whether it's the actions of your children, the state of your health, or the passing of time, learning to accept what is beyond your control allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters, your own mindset and actions. Stoicism is not about isolation, but it is about developing the strength to face life's challenges without leaning too heavily on others. In old age, this means creating a life where you can find peace and security within yourself, rather than relying on your children or others to provide it for you. This kind of independence leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment and contentment. The ability to maintain a sense of purpose is vital in old age, and Stoicism offers a framework for doing just that. By focusing on what you can contribute, whether it's through wisdom, experience, or simply by being a source of calm in the lives of others, you continue to find meaning, no matter how old you are. Purpose gives life direction, and with it comes a sense of control and satisfaction. Stoic independence isn't about refusing help when you need it. It's about knowing that your happiness and peace don't depend on others. By building emotional and financial independence, you protect yourself from the ups and downs of relying on external support. This security allows you to approach old age with confidence, knowing that you are in control of your own life. Life's challenges don't stop just because you've grown older. In fact, they often become more complex. But Stoicism teaches that no matter what challenges you face, whether it's declining health, financial struggles, or changing family dynamics, you have the power to remain calm and resilient. Independence, in this sense, is about cultivating a mindset that allows you to face difficulties with grace and courage. There is great freedom in self-reliance. As you grow older, society might expect you to depend more on others, but Stoicism encourages you to continue building your own strength, both emotionally and physically. This not only gives you greater control over your life, but also helps you maintain a sense of dignity and purpose as you age. At the heart of Stoic independence is the belief that true happiness comes from within. This means not placing your sense of fulfillment in the hands of others, including your children. By cultivating a life where your peace and contentment come from your own actions and mindset, you create a life that is secure and fulfilling no matter what happens externally. Independence in old age is about more than just managing your finances or staying physically active. It's about developing the inner strength to handle whatever life throws your way. Stoicism teaches that by focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, You build a life that is resilient, peaceful, and truly your own. As you age, it's easy to feel like you're losing control over your life. But Stoicism teaches that control doesn't come from your external circumstances. It comes from within. By developing the mental and emotional strength to handle whatever comes, you reclaim a sense of control and security that no one can take away from you. The independence that Stoicism offers is about more than just living on your own terms. It's about finding peace and fulfillment from within. This kind of independence allows you to enjoy your later years without the stress of relying on others for your happiness or security. It gives you the freedom to live fully, no matter what life brings your way. As you begin to embrace the Stoic principles of independence, you realize that true freedom in old age comes from within. It is not simply about withdrawing from the help of others, but about cultivating the strength to stand on your own emotionally, mentally, and financially. The peace that follows this understanding is unmatched. It is the quiet confidence that you can weather any storm, no matter what life presents. This foundation sets the stage for the next crucial step, actively building self-reliance in your later years. Self-reliance is not something that happens automatically with age. It requires intentional effort, guided by timeless Stoic strategies that enable you to remain resilient, adaptable, and secure. Strengthening self-reliance begins with fostering the right mindset, and Stoicism places great importance on inner resilience. By focusing on what is within your control, you become less vulnerable to the unpredictability of life. One of the first strategies is to cultivate the habit of daily reflection. Reflection is a powerful tool that helps you gain clarity on your actions, decisions, and emotions. Each day offers the opportunity to pause and assess where you stand, identifying areas where you can improve or adapt without relying on others for validation or support. Reflection also keeps your mind sharp and focused. It allows you to recognize patterns in your thoughts and behavior that may be weakening your independence. For instance, you might realize that you have been seeking too much reassurance from others or depending on external sources for happiness. By identifying these habits, you can consciously redirect your thoughts and actions towards self-reliance, gradually strengthening your emotional independence. Another key strategy for building self-reliance is learning to embrace discomfort. Stoicism teaches that discomfort is an inevitable part of life, and rather than avoiding it, you must face it head-on. In your later years, discomfort may come in the form of physical challenges, emotional strains, or financial uncertainties. However, by training yourself to endure discomfort without complaint, you build resilience. Whether it's adjusting to a new physical limitation or accepting changes in your family dynamics, the Stoic approach encourages you to confront these challenges with courage and resolve. Physical self-reliance is equally important. Maintaining your physical strength and health is not only about longevity, it is about preserving your ability to take care of yourself without becoming dependent on others. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, and mindful attention to your body's needs can keep you capable and independent. Even small, consistent efforts, like daily walks or light strength training, can significantly contribute to your overall independence. Physical resilience fosters confidence, making you feel capable of managing your own life without having to ask for help at every turn. Self-reliance also requires you to take control of your financial situation. In the later stages of life, financial independence becomes a major pillar of security. Stoicism teaches the value of frugality and simplicity. By focusing on what you need rather than what you want, you can manage your resources more wisely. This doesn't mean living in deprivation, but rather being mindful of unnecessary expenses and focusing on what truly matters. With financial stability comes peace of mind. knowing that you can provide for yourself without being a burden on others. When faced with financial challenges, the Stoic approach emphasizes adaptability. Circumstances may change, investments may not yield the expected returns, or unexpected costs may arise. Instead of panicking, Stoicism teaches you to adapt and remain calm. Adjusting your lifestyle, finding creative solutions, and maintaining a mindset of resourcefulness ensures that you stay financially independent, even in the face of adversity. This adaptability is key to building self-reliance, as it teaches you to thrive regardless of the external pressures you face. Stoicism also encourages the cultivation of mental discipline. Mental discipline is about controlling your thoughts and emotions so that they don't control you. By practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, you train your mind to stay calm and focused, even when things don't go as planned. In your later years, this mental discipline becomes crucial for maintaining your independence. It helps you stay level-headed in difficult situations, allowing you to make rational decisions rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. Part of mental discipline is learning to let go of the things you cannot control. Life is full of uncertainties, and as you age, those uncertainties may seem even more daunting. But Stoicism teaches that holding on to what you cannot change only causes suffering. By practicing the art of letting go, you free yourself from the emotional burdens that can weigh you down. This mindset shift allows you to move through life with greater ease and independence, unshaken by the inevitable changes that come with time. Emotional resilience is another cornerstone of self-reliance. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from within, not from the approval or support of others. In your later years, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking comfort from external sources, whether from family, friends, or material possessions. But by focusing on your inner emotional landscape, you cultivate a sense of peace that is not dependent on anyone else. This emotional resilience ensures that you can weather the highs and lows of life with grace and stability. The ability to find meaning in hardship is a uniquely Stoic strategy for self-reliance. Hardship is inevitable, but Stoicism teaches that it is not inherently negative. Instead, hardship can be a source of growth, strength, and wisdom. When you face difficulties in your later years, whether physical, emotional, or financial, you can choose to see them as opportunities for personal development. This shift in perspective empowers you to handle challenges on your own without needing others to solve your problems for you. Living simply is another essential Stoic strategy for cultivating self-reliance. Simplicity doesn't mean deprivation. It means focusing on what truly matters and letting go of excess. By simplifying your life, you reduce your dependence on material possessions, which in turn strengthens your independence. When you no longer feel the need to accumulate more or to compare your life to others, you free yourself from the pressures that often lead to reliance on external sources of happiness. Stoicism also teaches the importance of preparation. A self-reliant person is always prepared for life's uncertainties. This doesn't mean living in fear of what might happen, but rather taking proactive steps to ensure that you are ready for whatever comes. Whether it's saving for the future, maintaining your health, or building a support network, preparation allows you to remain independent and secure in the face of challenges. When you are prepared, you face the future with confidence, knowing that you have done everything within your control to protect yourself. Another vital aspect of self-reliance is the cultivation of wisdom. Wisdom comes with experience, and in your later years, you have the opportunity to reflect on the lessons life has taught you. Stoicism encourages you to use this wisdom to guide your actions and decisions. By drawing on your own knowledge and experiences, you become less dependent on others for guidance. Instead, you trust your own judgment, knowing that you have the tools to navigate life's complexities. Stoic self-reliance also involves practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. This practice fosters contentment, which is essential for emotional and mental independence. When you focus on the abundance in your life, whether it's your health, your relationships, or your personal achievements, you feel more secure and less reliant on others to fulfill your needs. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment, allowing you to appreciate your own resilience and self-sufficiency. Self-reliance requires a commitment to personal growth. Stoicism teaches that no matter your age, there is always room for improvement. By committing to continuous growth, whether through learning, reflection, or personal development, you remain active in shaping your own life. This commitment to growth reinforces your independence, as it ensures that you are always moving forward, never stagnating or relying on others to provide you with a sense of purpose. Building a strong support network is also a key aspect of self-reliance. While Stoicism emphasizes independence, it doesn't advocate for isolation. A self-reliant person knows how to build relationships that are based on mutual respect and support, rather than dependence. By surrounding yourself with people who encourage your independence and offer support without creating dependency, you strengthen your ability to stand on your own. Stoic self-reliance also involves setting boundaries. In your later years, it can be tempting to overextend yourself in an effort to please others or to seek their approval. But setting clear boundaries ensures that you maintain your emotional and physical well-being. By knowing when to say no, you protect your independence and prevent burnout. Boundaries allow you to prioritize your own needs without feeling guilty or obligated to others. Resilience in the face of adversity is another Stoic principle that reinforces self-reliance. Adversity is inevitable, but how you respond to it determines your ability to remain independent. Stoicism teaches that by cultivating resilience, you can face life's challenges without feeling overwhelmed or defeated. This resilience strengthens your ability to rely on yourself, as it teaches you to bounce back from difficulties with renewed strength and determination. Self-reliance also involves embracing solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. It is the ability to find peace and contentment in your own company. Stoicism encourages you to develop a relationship with yourself that is rooted in self-compassion and understanding. By learning to enjoy your own company, you become less reliant on others for companionship or validation. This ability to find joy in solitude is a powerful tool for maintaining your independence in later life. One of the most powerful Stoic strategies for self-reliance is the practice of acceptance. Acceptance is not about giving up or resigning yourself to fate. It is about acknowledging reality and working within it. When you accept the things you cannot change, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil that comes from resistance. This acceptance allows you to focus on what you can control, which in turn strengthens your ability to rely on yourself. A self-reliant person knows how to manage their time wisely. Stoicism teaches that time is one of our most valuable resources, and how we spend it determines the quality of our lives. By prioritizing meaningful activities and avoiding distractions, you create a life that is rich in purpose and fulfillment. This time management reinforces your independence, as it ensures that you are in control of how you spend your days, rather than allowing others to dictate your schedule. Stoic self-reliance also involves taking responsibility for your own happiness. Happiness, according to Stoicism, is not something that is given to you by others. It is something you create for yourself. By taking ownership of your own happiness, you free yourself from the need for external validation or approval. This sense of responsibility empowers you to shape your own life, rather than waiting for others to fulfill your emotional needs. Another Stoic strategy for self-reliance is the practice of self-discipline. Self-discipline involves making choices that align with your long-term goals, even when it's difficult. In your later years, self-discipline is essential for maintaining your independence. Whether it's sticking to a healthy routine, managing your finances, or maintaining relationships, self-discipline ensures that you are in control of your life. It reinforces your ability to rely on yourself rather than on others. Finally, self-reliance involves the cultivation of inner peace. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. By developing a sense of calm and tranquility that is rooted in your own mindset, you create a life that is stable and secure no matter what happens around you. This inner peace is the foundation of self-reliance, as it ensures that you are not easily shaken by life's challenges or dependent on others for emotional stability. These Stoic strategies for self-reliance are not only practical, they are transformative. By incorporating these principles into your life, you build a foundation of independence that allows you to live with confidence, resilience, and peace in your later years. Self-reliance is not just a skill, it is a way of life that empowers you to face the future with strength and dignity. As you embrace the Stoic strategies for self-reliance, the next layer of independence emerges: emotional detachment. In a world where relationships are often intertwined with expectations, learning how to detach emotionally, especially from family, can be the most freeing decision you make in your later years. This isn't about abandoning those you love, but rather about cultivating a mindset that allows you to care deeply without being bound by the actions or opinions of others. Emotional detachment, when practiced with Stoic wisdom, provides the key to lasting peace and happiness in old age, ensuring that your inner world remains balanced and unaffected by external fluctuations. Emotional detachment begins with understanding that we cannot control the behavior, thoughts, or feelings of others, even those closest to us. Family dynamics often come with complexities, expectations, judgments, disappointments, and if your happiness depends on how your family treats you, you will inevitably experience emotional highs and lows. Stoicism teaches that by detaching emotionally, you free yourself from the turmoil caused by unmet expectations. This does not mean you stop caring for your family. It means you care without needing their approval or validation to feel fulfilled. One of the most powerful aspects of emotional detachment is that it allows you to love more deeply and genuinely. When you let go of expectations, your love becomes less about what others can give you and more about accepting them for who they are. This detachment from outcomes fosters healthier, more balanced relationships because you are no longer emotionally tied to whether or not others meet your expectations. Your sense of peace comes from within, and that peace radiates through your interactions with family. Emotional detachment also protects you from unnecessary suffering. Family members, no matter how well-meaning, may make decisions that disappoint or hurt you. Without emotional detachment, their actions can deeply affect your mental and emotional well-being. But by practicing detachment, you learn to separate yourself from their choices, understanding that their decisions do not have the power to define your happiness. You maintain a sense of inner calm, no matter what happens around you. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the concept of focusing only on what is within your control. Your family's behavior, opinions, and reactions are entirely outside of your control. Attempting to change or influence them will only lead to frustration and conflict. Emotional detachment helps you shift your focus back to yourself, your own reactions, mindset, and actions. By taking control of your own emotional state, you avoid being dragged into unnecessary drama and emotional upheaval. Another benefit of emotional detachment is that it reduces resentment. When we expect too much from our family, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Unmet expectations often lead to feelings of resentment, which can damage relationships and cause unnecessary strain. Detaching emotionally from these expectations allows you to interact with family without feeling burdened by what you think they should do or say. You no longer take their actions personally, which preserves your peace of mind and allows you to maintain a healthy distance from emotional conflict. Family relationships often come with a sense of obligation, but Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes from freedom from external pressures and emotional burdens. Emotional detachment frees you from the feeling that you must constantly please or cater to the needs of others. You begin to act out of choice rather than obligation, which leads to a more authentic and fulfilling relationship with your family. You are no longer driven by guilt or societal expectations, but by your own values and principles. One of the greatest challenges in family relationships is dealing with criticism or judgment. Without emotional detachment, criticism from family can cut deeply, leading to feelings of inadequacy or defensiveness. Stoicism teaches that by detaching emotionally, you can accept criticism without letting it affect your sense of self-worth. You recognize that others' opinions are simply reflections of their own perspectives and are not a measure of your value. This shift in perspective allows you to respond with grace and understanding rather than taking offense or reacting impulsively. Emotional detachment also allows you to set healthy boundaries. In family relationships, boundaries can often become blurred, leading to feelings of being overwhelmed or taken advantage of. Detaching emotionally gives you the clarity to establish firm, respectful boundaries without feeling guilty. You begin to prioritize your own well-being, understanding that maintaining your peace is more important than constantly catering to the needs or expectations of others. Boundaries become an act of self-care, not selfishness. When you detach emotionally, you also free yourself from the need for constant validation. In many families, individuals seek approval or validation from their parents, siblings, or children. This need for approval can lead to feelings of insecurity or self-doubt when it is not given. By practicing emotional detachment, you stop relying on external validation and begin to cultivate self-acceptance. Your sense of worth becomes internal, grounded in your own values rather than the opinions of others. One of the hardest truths to accept is that family members, no matter how close, may not always act in your best interest. People are driven by their own desires, fears, and motivations, which can sometimes conflict with your needs or expectations. Emotional detachment allows you to navigate these conflicts with composure, knowing that you cannot control their actions or motives. Instead of feeling betrayed or hurt, you accept that their choices are a reflection of their own journey, not a reflection of your worth. The practice of emotional detachment also strengthens your resilience in times of family conflict. Disagreements and misunderstandings are natural parts of family life, but without detachment, these conflicts can lead to emotional exhaustion and stress. Stoicism teaches that by detaching from the emotional intensity of conflict, you can engage in discussions with a clear, rational mind. This detachment allows you to approach disagreements with empathy and understanding, rather than becoming entangled in emotional reactions. Another aspect of emotional detachment is learning to accept that you cannot change others. In family relationships, it's common to wish that certain behaviors or dynamics would change. But Stoicism reminds us that we can only control ourselves. Emotional detachment frees you from the frustration of trying to change others, allowing you to accept them as they are. This acceptance brings a sense of peace, as you no longer expend energy trying to mold others into who you think they should be. Emotional detachment does not mean isolation. It means engaging with your family in a way that is balanced and free from emotional dependence. By detaching from the need for constant connection or reassurance, you can enjoy time with your family without feeling drained or emotionally exhausted. You develop the ability to connect without losing yourself in the process, creating a healthy balance between independence and togetherness. The Stoic principle of accepting impermanence plays a significant role in emotional detachment. Family dynamics change over time. Children grow up, parents age, relationships evolve. Clinging to how things used to be or wishing they would remain the same leads to suffering. Detachment helps you accept these changes with grace, allowing you to adapt without feeling emotionally destabilized. You learn to appreciate the present moment with your family without becoming attached to the idea of permanence. Through emotional detachment, you also develop a greater sense of compassion. When you are not emotionally entangled in others' actions, you can view them more objectively and with greater empathy. You understand that their behaviors are often a result of their own struggles, fears, or insecurities. This perspective allows you to respond with kindness and patience, rather than frustration or anger. Detachment gives you the space to offer support without feeling burdened by their emotional weight. One of the key benefits of emotional detachment is that it fosters emotional stability. In family relationships, emotions can run high, whether it's joy, disappointment, anger, or sadness. Without detachment, these emotions can consume you, leading to feelings of overwhelm or instability. Detachment allows you to experience emotions without being ruled by them. You acknowledge your feelings without letting them dictate your actions or decisions, creating a sense of emotional equilibrium. Detaching emotionally also empowers you to make decisions based on reason rather than emotion. Family relationships often involve emotionally charged decisions, whether it's about caregiving, financial support, or lifestyle choices. By practicing detachment, you can make decisions that are aligned with your values and long-term goals, rather than being swayed by emotional impulses. This rational approach ensures that your decisions are thoughtful and grounded, rather than reactionary. Another powerful aspect of emotional detachment is that it helps you to avoid emotional burnout. In families, it's easy to become emotionally drained by the constant demands of others, especially if you are the one who is always providing support or resolving conflicts. Detachment allows you to step back and recharge, recognizing that you cannot pour from an empty cup. By creating emotional distance, you protect your own energy and well-being, ensuring that you are not depleted by the needs of others. Emotional detachment also helps you navigate the complexities of intergenerational relationships. As families grow and change, relationships between parents, children, and grandchildren can become strained or complicated. Detachment gives you the emotional space to interact with different generations without feeling weighed down by expectations or misunderstandings. You can approach these relationships with openness and flexibility, rather than being rigidly attached to how things should be. In practicing emotional detachment, you also cultivate a greater sense of personal freedom. Family dynamics can sometimes feel restrictive, especially when there are unspoken rules or expectations about how you should behave or what role you should play. Detachment allows you to step out of these roles and define your own path. You are no longer confined by others' perceptions or expectations, but free to live in a way that aligns with your own values and desires. One of the greatest gifts of emotional detachment is that it leads to a more peaceful old age. When you are not emotionally entangled in the lives and decisions of your family, you are free to focus on your own happiness and well-being. This peace comes from knowing that you are responsible for your own emotional state and that no one else has the power to take that peace away from you. Detachment allows you to enjoy the beauty of your later years without the emotional turbulence that often comes from family relationships. Detachment also brings a sense of self-sufficiency. You begin to realize that your emotional needs can be met from within, rather than relying on your family to fulfill them. This self-sufficiency creates a deep sense of inner peace and contentment, as you are no longer dependent on others to feel complete. You become the source of your own happiness, which allows you to interact with your family from a place of abundance rather than need. Through emotional detachment, you also gain clarity about what truly matters in your relationships. Without the cloud of emotional attachment, you can see your family members for who they truly are, rather than who you wish they would be. This clarity allows you to appreciate their unique qualities and accept their flaws, fostering more authentic and meaningful connections. You engage with your family from a place of acceptance rather than expectation, which strengthens the bond between you. One of the key elements of Stoic emotional detachment is the practice of forgiveness. When you detach emotionally, you no longer hold on to past hurts or grievances. You recognize that holding on to resentment only harms you, not the person who hurt you. Detachment allows you to let go of these emotional burdens, freeing you to forgive and move forward with a lighter heart. This forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior, but about releasing the emotional hold it has over you. Emotional detachment also enhances your ability to live in the present moment. Family relationships often come with a heavy focus on the past, old wounds, unresolved conflicts, or lingering expectations. By detaching emotionally, you let go of the weight of the past and focus on the here and now. This presence allows you to fully engage with your family in the present moment, creating deeper connections and more meaningful interactions. Another powerful outcome of emotional detachment is that it allows you to maintain your sense of identity. In family relationships, it's easy to lose sight of who you are outside of your role as a parent, sibling, or child. Detachment gives you the space to reconnect with your own identity, separate from your family dynamics. You begin to define yourself by your own values, interests, and goals, rather than by the roles you play within your family. Detachment also helps you avoid becoming enmeshed in family drama. In every family, there are moments of conflict, tension, or drama. Without detachment, it's easy to get pulled into these emotional storms, even when they have little to do with you. By practicing emotional detachment, you can observe family drama from a distance, choosing not to engage in it. This distance protects your emotional well-being and ensures that you remain grounded, even when tensions run high. In practicing emotional detachment, you also become more resilient to life's inevitable changes. Families evolve, relationships shift, and life circumstances change. Detachment allows you to navigate these changes with grace, without becoming emotionally destabilized. You develop the ability to adapt to new realities without clinging to old patterns or expectations. This adaptability ensures that you remain emotionally stable and secure, no matter what changes come your way. Emotional detachment also fosters a greater sense of gratitude. When you are not emotionally dependent on others, you can appreciate them for who they are, without placing unrealistic expectations on them. This gratitude deepens your connections, as you begin to value your family for their unique qualities, rather than for what they can provide for you. You engage with them from a place of appreciation rather than need, which strengthens your relationships and brings a sense of joy and fulfillment. In detaching emotionally from your family, you also cultivate a greater sense of independence. Independence is not just about physical or financial self-sufficiency. It is also about emotional independence. By practicing detachment, you free yourself from the emotional ties that often create dependency in family relationships. This independence allows you to live your life on your own terms, free from the emotional expectations or demands of others. Finally, emotional detachment leads to a greater sense of inner peace. When you are no longer emotionally entangled in the actions, opinions, or expectations of others, you create a space of calm within yourself. This inner peace allows you to navigate family relationships with clarity and compassion, without being weighed down by emotional burdens. Detachment empowers you to live with a sense of freedom, contentment, and happiness, no matter what happens in your family dynamics. This peace is the ultimate gift of Stoic emotional detachment, ensuring that your later years are filled with joy, fulfillment, and serenity. Having explored the depths of emotional detachment and the peace it brings in your later years, the next area where Stoicism offers invaluable wisdom is in the realm of financial security. Just as emotional independence safeguards your inner peace, financial independence secures your outer stability, allowing you to live your life on your terms. The Stoic approach to money is not one of greed or accumulation, but of wisdom, careful planning, and control over your needs. Achieving financial security in old age doesn't require great wealth. It requires clarity, discipline, and a mindset rooted in simplicity. It is about understanding your resources and making them work for you, rather than becoming enslaved by financial worries or relying on others to provide for your needs. Financial independence begins with the realization that money, like everything else external, is something we cannot always control. Markets fluctuate, expenses arise, and unexpected events can shift financial stability in an instant. But what we can control is how we manage our resources, how we prepare for the future, and how we choose to live within our means. The Stoic approach to financial security starts with the understanding that your peace of mind should never be tied to how much money you have, but rather to how wisely you manage what you do have. One of the most important aspects of Stoic financial independence is the principle of frugality. Living frugally doesn't mean depriving yourself of joy or comfort. It means making intentional choices about what you spend and how you allocate your resources. By focusing on what truly matters, your basic needs, and the things that bring you genuine happiness, you can avoid the traps of excess and consumerism. Frugality frees you from the constant pursuit of more, allowing you to appreciate the abundance that already exists in your life. Financial security in old age also requires preparation. Planning for the future, saving wisely, and investing with care are all practices that align with Stoic values. The goal is not to accumulate wealth for its own sake, but to create a foundation that allows you to live with dignity and independence without being a burden on others. By preparing for potential challenges, whether they be health-related costs, changes in income, or unforeseen expenses, you protect yourself from financial instability and the anxiety that often accompanies it. The Stoic mindset encourages you to view money as a tool, not as a source of identity or self-worth. Many people tie their sense of success or failure to their financial status, but Stoicism teaches that true worth comes from within, not from the size of your bank account. By detaching your sense of self from your financial situation, you remove the emotional weight that money can carry. This detachment allows you to make financial decisions with clarity and calm, rather than out of fear or desperation. One of the most empowering aspects of financial independence is the freedom it brings. When you are financially secure, you have the ability to make choices that align with your values, rather than being forced into decisions based on necessity. This freedom allows you to live a life that is more authentic and fulfilling, as you are no longer constrained by financial pressures. Whether it's choosing to retire, pursue new hobbies, or simply enjoy more time with loved ones, Financial independence gives you the space to live on your own terms. Financial security also brings peace of mind. The uncertainty of the future can be a source of stress, especially as you age. But when you have built a solid financial foundation, you can face the future with confidence, knowing that you have the resources to handle whatever comes your way. This peace of mind is invaluable, as it allows you to focus on enjoying your life rather than worrying about what might happen. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control the future, we can control how we prepare for it, and this preparation brings a deep sense of security. Living within your means is another core principle of Stoic financial independence. It's easy to be tempted by the desire for more possessions, more experiences, more luxury. But Stoicism reminds us that true contentment comes from appreciating what we have, not from constantly seeking more. By aligning your lifestyle with your financial reality, you free yourself from the stress of overextending or accumulating debt. This financial discipline ensures that you live a life of balance, where your needs are met without the burden of financial strain. Another important aspect of Stoic financial wisdom is understanding the difference between wants and needs. As you age, it becomes even more important to prioritize what truly matters. The things that once seemed essential, status, luxury, material possessions, may lose their appeal in favor of simpler, more meaningful experiences. By focusing on your true needs, shelter, food, health, and companionship, you can streamline your life and reduce unnecessary expenses, creating a more sustainable and secure financial future. Stoicism also teaches the importance of resilience in the face of financial setbacks. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how carefully you plan, there may be moments when your financial situation changes unexpectedly. The Stoic approach to these challenges is not one of despair, but of adaptability. By cultivating a mindset of resilience, you can adjust your financial habits, find new solutions, and navigate these challenges with grace. Financial setbacks become opportunities for growth rather than sources of fear. Part of achieving financial independence is being mindful of how you invest your time and energy. Just as you must be wise with your money, you must also be wise with how you spend your time. In Stoicism, time is one of our most valuable resources, and how you choose to use it directly impacts your financial well-being. By focusing on activities that bring long-term value, whether it's learning new skills, maintaining your health, or deepening relationships, you invest in your future in ways that money alone cannot provide. Financial security also requires the cultivation of self-discipline. Without discipline, it's easy to fall into habits of overspending, impulse buying, or neglecting financial responsibilities. Stoicism teaches that self-discipline is a key to maintaining control over your life, including your financial life. By practicing restraint and making thoughtful financial decisions, you ensure that your resources are used wisely and in alignment with your long-term goals. Stoicism also encourages you to be content with less. The pursuit of more wealth, more possessions, more status, can lead to endless dissatisfaction. But when you learn to be content with what you have, you free yourself from the pressures of consumerism and societal expectations. This contentment is not about settling for less, but about recognizing that true happiness comes from within, not from external wealth. Financial independence is not about how much you have, but about how wisely you use what you have. One of the key elements of financial independence is taking responsibility for your own financial well-being. Stoicism teaches that we must take ownership of our lives, including our finances. This means being proactive in managing your resources, rather than waiting for someone else to take care of it for you. Whether it's through budgeting, saving, or investing, Taking responsibility for your financial future empowers you to live with confidence and independence. Stoic financial wisdom also involves cultivating a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When you focus on what you lack, you create a sense of fear and anxiety around money. But when you focus on the abundance that already exists in your life, your skills, your relationships, your experiences, you shift your perspective. This mindset of abundance allows you to approach your finances with gratitude and optimism rather than fear. Stoicism also teaches the value of giving. Financial independence is not just about accumulating wealth for yourself. It's also about using your resources to benefit others. When you are financially secure, you have the ability to give generously to your family, to your community, or to causes you care about. This generosity not only brings joy to others, but it also enriches your own life, creating a sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes beyond material wealth. Financial independence is closely tied to emotional independence. When you are financially secure, you are less likely to feel dependent on others, whether it's family, friends, or institutions, for your well-being. This financial freedom allows you to make choices that align with your values, rather than feeling pressured by external expectations. It creates a sense of autonomy that is essential for living a fulfilled and peaceful life in old age. Stoicism also encourages you to view financial challenges as opportunities for growth. Just as emotional challenges help you develop resilience, financial challenges can help you develop resourcefulness and creativity. By approaching these challenges with a Stoic mindset, you learn to see them not as obstacles, but as chances to strengthen your financial independence. Each challenge becomes a lesson in adaptability, teaching you how to manage your resources more effectively. One of the most important aspects of financial independence is the ability to live without fear. Financial worries can be a major source of stress, especially in old age, but Stoicism teaches that fear is often rooted in things we cannot control. By focusing on what you can control, your spending, your saving, your planning, you reduce the fear that comes from uncertainty. Financial independence allows you to live with confidence, knowing that you have prepared for the future and can handle whatever comes. Another element of Stoic financial wisdom is the understanding that money is a means to an end, not an end in itself. The ultimate goal of financial independence is not to accumulate wealth for its own sake, but to create a life that is free from financial stress and aligned with your values. This perspective allows you to make financial decisions that prioritize your well-being rather than being driven by the desire for more. In the Stoic approach to financial independence, simplicity is key. By simplifying your financial life, whether it's through reducing expenses, eliminating debt, or focusing on long-term goals, you create a sense of clarity and control. This simplicity allows you to focus on what truly matters, without being overwhelmed by the complexities of managing your finances. It brings a sense of peace and stability, knowing that your financial life is in order. Financial independence also requires the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Life is unpredictable, and financial situations can change in an instant. The Stoic approach encourages you to be flexible and open to new possibilities, rather than clinging to a rigid financial plan. This adaptability ensures that you remain resilient, no matter what changes come your way. Whether it's adjusting your budget, finding new sources of income, or reevaluating your financial goals, adaptability is key to maintaining financial security. One of the greatest benefits of financial independence is the ability to live with integrity. When you are financially secure, you are not forced to make compromises that go against your values. You can make choices that align with your principles, knowing that you have the resources to support yourself. This integrity creates a sense of inner peace, as you are no longer driven by financial pressures, but by your own sense of purpose and morality. Financial independence also fosters a sense of self-respect. When you have taken control of your financial life, you feel a sense of pride in your ability to manage your resources and provide for yourself. This self-respect strengthens your overall sense of independence, as you know that you are capable of taking care of your own needs. It creates a foundation of confidence that carries over into other areas of your life, allowing you to live with greater freedom and dignity. Stoicism also teaches that financial independence is a lifelong process. It's not something that you achieve once and then forget about. It requires ongoing attention and effort. By continually practicing financial discipline, making thoughtful decisions, and staying mindful of your long-term goals, you ensure that your financial independence remains strong. This ongoing commitment creates a sense of stability and security, allowing you to enjoy your later years without the stress of financial uncertainty. In the Stoic approach to financial independence, gratitude plays a central role. When you are grateful for what you have, you are less likely to feel the need for more. This gratitude creates a sense of contentment that is essential for financial peace of mind. By focusing on the abundance in your life rather than on what you lack, you cultivate a mindset of sufficiency and satisfaction. This gratitude not only brings peace, but it also strengthens your financial independence by reducing the impulse to spend or accumulate unnecessarily. Finally, financial independence allows you to live with a sense of freedom and possibility. When you are no longer burdened by financial worries or the need to rely on others, you can pursue the things that truly matter to you, whether it's traveling, learning new skills, or simply enjoying time with loved ones. This freedom is the ultimate reward of financial independence, as it allows you to live a life that is rich in experiences, meaning, and fulfillment. Stoic financial wisdom empowers you to create this life where peace, stability, and freedom are within your reach. As financial independence grants you the freedom to live on your own terms, another crucial element of a secure and peaceful old age is the strength of your support system. Stoicism teaches us that while independence is key, no one is meant to face life's challenges entirely alone. However, relying solely on your children for emotional or physical support can lead to an imbalance in relationships and even feelings of guilt or dependency. Creating a strong, diversified support system, one that doesn't place all responsibility on your family, ensures that you maintain both your independence and your well-being. This approach fosters mutual respect, deepens connections with others, and allows you to feel supported without sacrificing your autonomy. Developing a robust support system starts with recognizing the value of community. In your later years, community plays a crucial role in providing companionship, emotional support, and even practical help. Whether it's through neighbors, friends, or organized groups, surrounding yourself with people who share your values and understand your experiences helps create a sense of belonging. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of forming connections based on mutual respect and shared purpose, rather than relying on any one person, such as a child, to fulfill all your emotional or physical needs. One of the ways to strengthen your support system is by fostering friendships that transcend mere social interactions. Building meaningful friendships rooted in trust and mutual care can provide the emotional resilience you need as you grow older. Stoicism teaches that friendships based on virtue and mutual respect are the most enduring. These kinds of relationships provide emotional support without the baggage of expectation or dependence, allowing both parties to feel valued and respected as equals. Another key element of creating a strong support system is learning to ask for help without feeling weak or dependent. Stoicism reminds us that seeking help is not a sign of failure. It's a recognition that we are interconnected human beings. When you ask for help within a diverse support network, whether from friends, neighbors, or even professional caregivers, you share the load in a way that prevents any single person, especially your children, from feeling overburdened. This approach also maintains your sense of dignity, as it allows you to receive assistance without feeling like you are imposing on family. By diversifying your support system, you also gain access to a wider range of resources and perspectives. Each person in your network brings different strengths and skills, which means that when challenges arise, you have multiple sources of guidance and help. This not only lightens the load, but also enriches your life with different viewpoints and experiences. Having a wide array of people to turn to ensures that no single relationship carries the full weight of your needs, creating a balanced and healthy dynamic. Creating a support system without relying too heavily on your children also empowers them to live their own lives without feeling obligated to provide constant care or attention. It fosters healthier family dynamics, where interactions are based on mutual love and respect, rather than guilt or obligation. Your children will appreciate that you have a strong network of friends, peers, and caregivers who can provide for your needs, allowing them to focus on their own families and responsibilities without feeling overwhelmed. Volunteering or becoming part of community initiatives is another way to broaden your support system while contributing to the well-being of others. Stoicism encourages engagement with the community and acts of service, which not only build relationships but also provide a sense of purpose. By giving back, you reinforce the Stoic ideal of mutual interdependence, where you contribute to the well-being of others and, in turn, receive support from the community. This exchange strengthens your sense of belonging while reducing reliance on family for emotional sustenance. Professional support, such as from healthcare providers, therapists, or financial advisors, can also form a crucial part of your support network. While family may offer emotional support, professionals provide specialized knowledge and skills that help you navigate complex areas of life. Stoicism teaches that wisdom comes from seeking the right knowledge and understanding our limitations. By recognizing when professional help is needed, you create a more robust support system that addresses all aspects of your well-being. Having a wide range of social connections also helps you maintain emotional resilience. When your support system consists solely of close family members, any disruption in those relationships, whether through disagreement, distance, or life changes, can have a significant impact on your emotional health. By cultivating connections outside the family, you ensure that your emotional support is more stable and less dependent on the actions of any one person. This resilience is key to maintaining peace of mind as you navigate the later stages of life. Regular social engagement is crucial for keeping your mind active and your spirits high. Stoicism teaches that humans are inherently social creatures, and meaningful interaction with others is essential for a fulfilled life. Whether it's through social clubs, educational groups, or simply regular meetups with friends, maintaining a vibrant social life helps stave off loneliness and keeps your mind sharp. By engaging with others regularly, you create a natural support system that evolves organically, rather than one built out of necessity or dependence. Another vital part of creating a strong support system is learning to communicate openly and assertively about your needs and boundaries. Stoicism encourages clear, honest communication as a way to maintain harmony in relationships. By being transparent about what kind of support you need and what you can offer in return, You build relationships based on mutual understanding and respect. This open communication prevents misunderstandings and ensures that your relationships remain balanced and healthy. Stoic philosophy also teaches the importance of self-reliance, even within a support system. While it is essential to have people you can turn to in times of need, Stoicism encourages you to develop the inner strength to face challenges on your own whenever possible. Self-reliance doesn't mean isolating yourself. It means having the confidence to handle situations independently, knowing that your support system is there as a safety net, not as a crutch. This balance between self-reliance and community support is key to maintaining both independence and connection. Building a support system also involves being proactive in maintaining and nurturing relationships. Just as a garden requires regular care, so do your friendships and connections. Stoicism teaches that effort is necessary to cultivate and sustain the things that matter. By investing time and energy into your relationships, whether through regular check-ins, shared activities, or simply being present, you ensure that your support system remains strong and reliable over time. Another important aspect of building a support network is developing relationships with younger generations outside of your immediate family. This could include mentoring young people, volunteering with youth organizations, or simply engaging with younger neighbors or colleagues. These intergenerational connections bring fresh perspectives and energy into your life, while also providing opportunities for you to share your wisdom and experience. Stoicism teaches that we all have something to learn and something to teach, and building relationships with younger generations allows for this mutually beneficial exchange. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of being adaptable and open to change, especially when it comes to your support system. Life circumstances evolve, people move, relationships shift, and new opportunities arise. By remaining flexible and open to forming new connections, you ensure that your support system grows and adapts with you. This adaptability prevents you from becoming too reliant on any one person or situation, creating a more stable and dynamic network of support. Another key element in building a diverse support system is recognizing the importance of shared values. While it's essential to have a wide range of connections, the most meaningful relationships are often those based on shared principles and goals. Stoicism teaches that virtue is the foundation of true friendship, and by aligning yourself with people who share your values, you create a support system that is both strong and harmonious. These relationships are built on trust and mutual respect, making them more likely to endure through the ups and downs of life. In creating a strong support system, it's also important to prioritize quality over quantity. Having a large number of acquaintances is not the same as having a few deep, meaningful relationships. Stoicism values depth of connection, and by focusing on cultivating a few strong, reliable relationships, you ensure that your support system is not just broad, but also rich. These close connections provide the emotional and practical support needed to navigate life's challenges with confidence. One of the most empowering aspects of creating a support system outside of your children is that it allows your family relationships to thrive without the pressure of obligation. When you are not solely dependent on your children for support, your interactions with them become more relaxed and joyful. Stoicism teaches that relationships should be free from unnecessary burdens, and by diversifying your support network, you create space for more positive, meaningful interactions with your family. Your support system can also include people who share similar life experiences, such as peers or others in your community who are navigating the same stage of life. These shared experiences create a sense of camaraderie and understanding that can be incredibly comforting. Stoicism teaches that we are all connected through our common humanity, and finding others who can relate to your journey fosters a sense of solidarity and mutual support. A strong support system also helps you maintain your sense of independence while still providing a safety net when needed. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of balance, and by creating a support network that offers help when necessary but encourages self-reliance, you maintain your autonomy. This balance ensures that you are never left feeling isolated or overwhelmed, but also not overly dependent on any one person for your well-being. In building your support system, it's essential to foster relationships that are based on reciprocity. Stoicism teaches that true relationships are those where both parties contribute equally without keeping score. By offering your own support and assistance to others, you create a network of mutual aid that strengthens everyone involved. This reciprocity ensures that your relationships are based on mutual respect and care, rather than obligation or dependence. A key part of maintaining a strong support system is learning to express gratitude. Stoicism teaches that gratitude is essential for a peaceful and contented life. By regularly expressing thanks to those who support you, whether through kind words, gestures, or acts of service, you reinforce the strength of your relationships. Gratitude not only strengthens bonds, but also reminds you of the abundance of support and connection that exists in your life. It's also important to recognize that your support system may change over time. People come in and out of our lives for different reasons, and Stoicism teaches us to accept these changes with grace. By remaining open to new relationships and letting go of those that no longer serve you, you ensure that your support network continues to evolve in a way that reflects your current needs and values. Your support system can also extend beyond human connections to include spiritual or philosophical practices that help you maintain inner peace and resilience. Whether it's through Stoic meditation, mindfulness, or other reflective practices, these tools provide a foundation of strength that complements your external support system. Stoicism teaches that true support comes from within, and by nurturing your inner world, you create a sense of stability that carries you through any external challenges. Building a support system also requires letting go of pride or the fear of being a burden. Stoicism reminds us that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a recognition of our shared humanity. By accepting help when needed and offering help in return, you create a network of support that is both humble and strong. This openness to both giving and receiving allows for deeper, more authentic connections. Another important element of a strong support system is consistency. Stoicism teaches that reliability and steadiness are key virtues, and by being consistent in your own actions and commitments, you strengthen the trust within your relationships. Whether it's showing up for a friend in need or maintaining regular contact with those in your support system, consistency builds the foundation of trust that makes your network dependable. Your support system can also include physical spaces and environments that provide comfort and security. Stoicism teaches the importance of creating an environment that fosters peace and tranquility. Whether it's a favorite park, a community center, or a cherished home space, these physical environments contribute to your overall sense of support and well-being. Surrounding yourself with places that bring you peace reinforces the emotional and practical support provided by your social connections. One of the greatest gifts of creating a strong support system is the sense of freedom it provides. When you know that you have a network of people and resources to turn to, you feel more secure and confident in your ability to face life's challenges. This security allows you to live with greater freedom and independence, knowing that you are not alone in your journey. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes from within, and by building a support system that reflects this inner strength, you create a life that is both independent and deeply connected. Finally, creating a support system that doesn't rely solely on your children ensures that your later years are filled with both independence and connection. Stoic wisdom teaches that balance is key to a fulfilling life, and by cultivating a diverse network of relationships, you achieve this balance. Your support system becomes a source of strength, resilience, and joy, allowing you to live your life with peace, freedom, and the knowledge that you are never truly alone. With a strong support system in place, balanced by independence and meaningful connections, the foundation for a peaceful old age is laid. But alongside these external structures, there is another essential element that underpins a truly secure and happy life: mental fortitude. Stoicism teaches that while external circumstances shift and evolve, true security comes from within. It is not the absence of difficulties that brings peace, but the resilience of the mind. Mental fortitude is the ability to face challenges with strength, maintain clarity under pressure, and remain unshaken by life's unpredictability. In old age, cultivating this inner strength becomes one of the most powerful tools for living with grace and confidence. Mental fortitude starts with the practice of self-mastery. Stoicism emphasizes that your thoughts and emotions should be under your control, rather than allowing external events or other people's actions to dictate your mood or well-being. Developing self-mastery means observing your thoughts and feelings without being consumed by them. When faced with adversity, whether it's health challenges, loss, or uncertainty, mental fortitude allows you to remain calm and focused, avoiding the emotional storms that can make situations feel overwhelming. In building mental fortitude, it is essential to cultivate patience. Life often does not unfold according to our plans, especially as we grow older. There may be delays, frustrations, or unexpected obstacles. Mental strength comes from learning to wait calmly, without frustration or resentment. Patience allows you to navigate life's slowdowns with grace, understanding that time itself cannot be controlled, but how you respond to it is entirely in your hands. Another critical aspect of mental fortitude is the ability to let go of what you cannot change. Stoicism teaches that much of life is outside of your control. What other people do, how your body ages, the broader circumstances of the world. Mental strength comes from the wisdom of knowing when to accept these realities without wasting energy trying to change the unchangeable. This acceptance is not resignation, but a powerful act of clarity that frees you from unnecessary mental strain. Focus is also a cornerstone of mental fortitude. In a world filled with distractions, maintaining clarity of purpose and direction requires deliberate effort. In your later years, it is easy to become scattered, worrying about various issues, or becoming preoccupied with things that don't truly matter. Mental fortitude helps you cut through the noise, directing your attention to what is most important, whether it's your health, your relationships, or your inner peace. Maintaining optimism is another important component of mental resilience. Stoicism does not encourage blind positivity, but it does teach the value of focusing on what is good and possible, rather than dwelling on the negative. Mental fortitude helps you find the silver linings in difficult situations, to seek out lessons rather than setbacks. This mindset allows you to keep moving forward, even in the face of adversity, by focusing on solutions rather than problems. Gratitude is a powerful practice for strengthening mental fortitude. When you regularly reflect on what you are thankful for, you shift your mind away from what is lacking or difficult and toward what is abundant and fulfilling. Gratitude reframes your perspective, helping you see that even in the most challenging times, there is always something to appreciate. This shift strengthens your resilience as it grounds you in a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Resilience is closely tied to adaptability, As you grow older, things inevitably change. Your physical capabilities, your social circle, your environment. Mental fortitude is about embracing change rather than resisting it. When you develop the ability to adapt to new circumstances, you become less fearful of the unknown and more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This flexibility is key to maintaining peace of mind in the face of life's transitions. Mental fortitude also involves cultivating a sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches that having a clear sense of meaning in life is essential for enduring hardships and staying grounded. In your later years, this purpose may evolve, but it is important to remain connected to what gives your life direction and value. Whether it's through volunteering, mentoring, or simply continuing to learn and grow, purpose acts as an anchor for the mind, providing stability in the midst of change. A key practice in building mental fortitude is developing emotional regulation. Emotions are natural, but without control, they can dominate your thoughts and actions, leading to impulsive decisions or unnecessary stress. Mental strength comes from learning to feel emotions without being ruled by them. Whether it's anger, sadness, or anxiety, Stoicism teaches you to acknowledge these emotions, understand them, and then let them pass without letting them disrupt your peace. Another aspect of mental fortitude is the ability to face fear without being consumed by it. Fear is a powerful emotion, particularly in old age when concerns about health, security, and mortality become more pressing. But mental fortitude allows you to confront these fears with courage. Instead of avoiding or denying what scares you, you face it head-on, recognizing that fear itself holds no power over you unless you let it. This courage frees you from the paralysis that fear can cause, allowing you to live fully in spite of uncertainty. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-discipline in cultivating mental strength. Self-discipline is the practice of doing what is necessary and beneficial, even when it is difficult or uncomfortable. Whether it's maintaining a healthy routine, managing your finances, or cultivating a positive mindset, self-discipline helps you stay on track and avoid the distractions that can weaken your mental resolve. This discipline ensures that you continue to grow and evolve, even in the later stages of life. Mental fortitude is deeply connected to the practice of mindfulness. By being present in the moment, you reduce the mental clutter that comes from worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. Mindfulness brings clarity and focus to your thoughts, allowing you to engage with life as it is, rather than being caught up in mental narratives. This presence of mind enhances your resilience, as you are better able to respond to challenges with calm and intention. Learning to accept failure is another component of mental strength. Throughout life, there will be moments when things do not go as planned, whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your personal goals. Mental fortitude allows you to view failure not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone to growth. Stoicism teaches that every setback is an opportunity to learn and improve. By embracing this perspective, you remove the fear of failure, which often holds people back from taking meaningful action. Building mental fortitude also requires you to develop trust in yourself. Self-doubt can undermine your confidence and weaken your resolve, especially as you face the challenges of aging. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from within, and by trusting your own judgment and abilities, you cultivate a sense of inner security. This trust allows you to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence, knowing that you have the mental resources to handle whatever comes. Mental fortitude is also about maintaining balance. In life, there are constant pressures, whether from work, family, or society, that can push you off-center. Developing mental strength means learning to balance these pressures without letting them overwhelm you. Stoicism encourages you to find equilibrium in all areas of life, from your emotions to your responsibilities, so that you remain steady and composed even when things feel chaotic. A key element of mental fortitude is the ability to forgive, both others and yourself. Holding on to grudges or self-blame only weakens your mental state, as it keeps you trapped in the past. Forgiveness frees you from this burden, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is not about condoning wrongs, but about releasing the emotional hold they have over you. This release strengthens your mental resilience, as it clears away the negative emotions that can cloud your thoughts. Mental fortitude also involves the practice of perseverance. Life is full of challenges, but those who persevere are the ones who find true success and peace. Stoicism teaches that enduring hardship with grace and determination is a sign of true strength. By cultivating perseverance, you develop the ability to push through difficulties without losing hope or giving up. This perseverance is key to maintaining mental strength throughout your life, particularly in the face of aging's inevitable challenges. Another important aspect of mental fortitude is the ability to set boundaries. Stoicism teaches that maintaining control over your time, energy, and emotions is essential for a peaceful life. By setting clear boundaries, you protect yourself from being overwhelmed by external demands. This boundary setting allows you to focus on what truly matters, rather than being pulled in multiple directions. Mental strength comes from knowing when to say no and when to prioritize your own well-being. Mental fortitude also involves cultivating resilience in the face of loss. As you grow older, loss becomes a more frequent part of life, whether it's the loss of loved ones, physical abilities, or familiar routines. Stoicism teaches that while loss is inevitable, your response to it is within your control. Mental strength allows you to grieve without becoming consumed by sorrow. You learn to honor the loss, but also to move forward, carrying the lessons and love from what was lost while continuing to live fully in the present. Mental fortitude also means learning to quiet the mind. In a world filled with noise, both external and internal, it's easy to become mentally overwhelmed. Stoicism encourages the practice of stillness, taking time to reflect, meditate, and clear the mind of distractions. This mental quiet allows you to reset, find clarity, and approach life's challenges with a fresh perspective. By cultivating moments of stillness, you strengthen your ability to remain calm and composed, no matter what is happening around you. Mental strength is also about learning to live with uncertainty. As you age, the future may feel more uncertain than ever before, but Stoicism teaches that uncertainty is a natural part of life. Instead of resisting it, mental fortitude allows you to accept uncertainty as part of the human experience. This acceptance frees you from the anxiety that comes from trying to control the uncontrollable, allowing you to live more fully in the present moment. Mental fortitude also involves the practice of humility. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from recognizing our limitations and being open to learning and growth. By cultivating humility, you allow yourself to continue evolving, even in your later years. Humility opens the door to new perspectives, new skills, and new relationships, all of which contribute to a stronger, more resilient mind. A key practice in building mental fortitude is learning to detach from external validation. Stoicism teaches that your worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by your own actions and values. Mental strength comes from trusting your own judgment and being true to yourself, regardless of whether others approve or disapprove. This detachment from external validation allows you to live with integrity and confidence, free from the need for constant approval. Mental fortitude also involves developing a sense of inner calm, even in the midst of chaos. Life can be unpredictable, but Stoicism teaches that by cultivating a calm mind, you can navigate any storm with grace. This inner calm comes from the practice of mindfulness, self-discipline, and emotional regulation. When you remain calm in the face of challenges, you not only protect your own well-being, but you also inspire those around you with your strength and composure. Another important aspect of mental fortitude is the ability to find joy in simplicity. As you grow older, it's easy to become distracted by the pursuit of material wealth or external success. But Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from within, not from external possessions. By finding joy in simple pleasures, whether it's a quiet moment, a meaningful conversation, or a walk in nature, you cultivate a sense of contentment that strengthens your mental resilience. Mental fortitude also involves the practice of reflection. Stoicism encourages regular reflection on your thoughts, actions, and experiences. This reflection allows you to learn from your mistakes, grow from your successes, and continually improve yourself. By taking time to reflect, you gain greater clarity about your own mental state, which helps you identify areas where you can build even more strength and resilience. Lastly, mental fortitude is about embracing the impermanence of life. Stoicism teaches that everything in life is temporary, whether it's pleasure, pain, success, or failure. By embracing this truth, you free yourself from the fear of loss and the need to cling to what is fleeting. Mental strength comes from understanding that change is a constant, and by accepting this, you can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. This acceptance brings peace, allowing you to live with a sense of calm, confidence, and security in your later years. Having built mental fortitude as the foundation for a secure and resilient old age, it becomes clear that true happiness cannot come from external sources. Stoicism teaches that relying on others for your emotional well-being puts your peace at risk. When happiness is dependent on the actions or approval of others, it becomes fragile, easily disrupted by events or behaviors beyond your control. To live a fulfilled and serene life, Stoicism advocates for placing happiness in your own hands, rooting it in your values, your perspective, and your inner strength. This approach provides a stable foundation that cannot be shaken by external circumstances or the actions of others. The essence of Stoic wisdom lies in the belief that everything external is fleeting. People come and go, relationships change, and the opinions of others shift. If your happiness is tied to these unstable elements, then your peace of mind will fluctuate as well. True happiness, according to Stoicism, is an internal state, one that is built on self-awareness, contentment, and the understanding that you are in control of how you perceive and respond to the world around you. This mindset frees you from the emotional roller coaster that comes with relying on others for your joy. When happiness depends on other people's actions or approval, it becomes conditional. You might find yourself constantly adjusting your behavior to please others, seeking validation, or fearing rejection. This dependency creates a cycle of insecurity and anxiety where your self-worth rises and falls based on the whims of others. Stoicism teaches that by reclaiming control over your own happiness, you break free from this cycle. You no longer need to chase approval or fear criticism because your sense of contentment comes from within. Placing happiness in the hands of others also means that you give them power over your emotions. If someone acts in a way that disappoints or hurts you, your peace of mind is instantly compromised. Stoicism teaches that by maintaining emotional independence, you can protect your inner peace, no matter how others behave. You recognize that their actions are beyond your control, but how you choose to respond is entirely within your power. This response allows you to remain calm and centered, even when faced with conflict or disappointment. Relying on others for happiness can also create unrealistic expectations in relationships. You may expect others to fulfill needs that only you can truly meet, such as your need for validation, security, or purpose. When these expectations are unmet, it leads to frustration and disappointment. Stoicism encourages you to look inward for these sources of fulfillment, rather than placing the burden on others. This shift not only strengthens your relationships by removing undue pressure, but also deepens your sense of self-reliance. By not placing your happiness in the hands of others, you cultivate a sense of inner freedom. You are no longer bound by the need for constant reassurance, praise, or approval. This freedom allows you to live authentically, making decisions based on your values and beliefs, rather than on what you think will make others happy. Stoicism teaches that this autonomy is essential for true contentment, as it aligns your actions with your inner sense of purpose, rather than with external pressures. When happiness is dependent on others, it can be easily disrupted by misunderstandings or conflicts. Relationships, no matter how close, are bound to experience moments of tension. If your happiness is tied to harmony with others, these conflicts can cause unnecessary emotional turmoil. Stoicism teaches that by detaching your happiness from the actions or opinions of others, you create emotional resilience. You can engage in relationships with compassion and care, without allowing disagreements to disturb your inner peace. One of the greatest challenges in life is accepting that people will not always behave in the way you hope or expect. Whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, others may make decisions that affect you in ways you cannot control. Stoicism teaches that the key to happiness lies in accepting this reality without letting it disturb your inner balance. By detaching from the need for others to act in a certain way, you protect your own well-being and avoid the disappointment that comes from unmet expectations. This stoic approach to happiness does not mean becoming emotionally detached or indifferent to others. Instead, it encourages you to care for others without placing the burden of your happiness on them. You can engage fully in relationships, offering love, support, and kindness, while still maintaining your own emotional independence. This balance ensures that your relationships are built on mutual respect and care, rather than on dependency or emotional neediness. Relying on others for happiness can also create a sense of vulnerability. If someone's approval or affection is the source of your joy, then the fear of losing that approval becomes a constant threat. Stoicism teaches that by finding happiness within yourself, you remove this vulnerability. You no longer need to fear rejection or disapproval because your sense of worth and contentment is not tied to external validation. This emotional security allows you to approach relationships with confidence and openness, rather than with fear or anxiety. The Stoic perspective also highlights the importance of understanding the impermanence of all things. Relationships, situations, and even people themselves are subject to change. Placing your happiness in these impermanent elements makes your well-being fragile and unstable. By rooting your happiness in something more enduring, your own mindset, values, and inner peace, you create a stable foundation that can weather the changes and losses that are inevitable in life. When happiness is sourced from within, you develop a greater sense of self-reliance. You no longer need others to fulfill emotional needs that you can meet on your own. This self-reliance strengthens your sense of independence, allowing you to approach life with greater confidence and security. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from knowing that you are enough, that your worth and well-being are not dependent on external factors, but are cultivated through your own choices and mindset. This inner happiness also allows you to engage in relationships from a place of abundance rather than need. When you are not relying on others to make you happy, You can offer your presence and love freely without the expectation of receiving something in return. This generosity of spirit strengthens your connections with others, as it removes the transactional nature of relationships that can arise when happiness is dependent on external validation. Stoicism also teaches that when you place your happiness in the hands of others, you set yourself up for unnecessary suffering. People are flawed, imperfect, and will inevitably make mistakes or act in ways that disappoint you. By anchoring your happiness in your own values and perspective, you shield yourself from the emotional pain that comes from expecting perfection or ideal behavior from others. This approach fosters compassion and forgiveness, as you accept the imperfections of others without allowing them to disrupt your peace. Another important aspect of Stoic happiness is understanding that others are on their own journeys, with their own challenges, goals, and desires. Expecting them to always prioritize your happiness over their own can lead to tension and resentment. Stoicism encourages you to respect the autonomy of others, recognizing that they have their own paths to follow. By placing your happiness in your own hands, you free others to live authentically without the pressure of constantly fulfilling your emotional needs. By not placing your happiness in the hands of others, you also create space for personal growth. When your contentment is not dependent on external factors, you are more likely to take responsibility for your own development. This self-awareness allows you to identify areas where you can improve, whether it's in your mindset, habits, or relationships. Stoicism teaches that personal growth is a lifelong process, and by focusing on your own journey, you create a deeper, more lasting sense of fulfillment. When happiness is rooted in external approval or validation, it can be easily disrupted by criticism or rejection. Stoicism teaches that by cultivating inner happiness, you become less affected by the opinions of others. Criticism, whether fair or unfair, no longer holds the power to shake your sense of self-worth. This resilience allows you to engage with feedback constructively without letting it damage your inner peace or confidence. Placing happiness in your own hands also encourages you to live more authentically. When you are not seeking approval from others, you are free to make decisions based on your values rather than on what you think will please those around you. This authenticity leads to a more fulfilling life, as you are no longer constrained by the expectations or judgments of others. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from living in alignment with your own principles, not from conforming to external pressures. One of the most empowering aspects of Stoic happiness is the sense of control it gives you over your own life. When happiness is dependent on external factors, you are constantly at the mercy of circumstances beyond your control. But by cultivating inner happiness, you take back that control. You realize that regardless of what happens around you, your well-being is in your hands. This sense of control fosters a deep sense of security and confidence, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. Stoicism also teaches that true happiness comes from the pursuit of wisdom and virtue. When your happiness is rooted in your own growth, understanding, and ethical living, it becomes much more stable and enduring. You are no longer swayed by external events or the behavior of others, because your contentment comes from the knowledge that you are living in accordance with your highest values. This pursuit of wisdom provides a deeper sense of fulfillment than any external source of happiness could offer. Another key element of Stoic happiness is the practice of self-compassion. When you rely on others for happiness, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt when those expectations are not met. But when happiness comes from within, you learn to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. You recognize that your worth is not determined by how others treat you, but by your own actions and mindset. This self-compassion strengthens your emotional resilience, allowing you to maintain happiness even in difficult times. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of embracing solitude. When you are content with your own company, you are less likely to seek out relationships or interactions purely to fill an emotional void. This contentment with solitude fosters independence and self-awareness, as you learn to find peace and joy within yourself. By not placing your happiness in the hands of others, you become comfortable being alone, which allows you to approach relationships from a place of abundance rather than need. When happiness is not dependent on others, you also become more open to change and loss. Relationships and circumstances will inevitably shift over time, but by grounding your happiness in your own inner resources, you are better able to navigate these changes without losing your sense of peace. Stoicism teaches that change is a natural part of life, and by accepting this truth, you free yourself from the fear of losing the external sources of happiness that are always in flux. One of the greatest benefits of Stoic happiness is that it empowers you to live in the present moment. When your happiness is dependent on others, it's easy to become preoccupied with worries about what they think, how they will act, or whether they will meet your expectations. This focus on the future or the past can prevent you from fully experiencing the present. By cultivating inner happiness, you free yourself from these distractions, allowing you to engage more fully with the here and now. Stoicism teaches that happiness is not something that can be given to you by others. It is something you create for yourself. This self-created happiness is far more sustainable and fulfilling than anything that comes from external sources. By taking responsibility for your own well-being, you build a life that is rooted in your own values, resilience, and inner strength. This approach not only protects your peace, but also empowers you to live with greater freedom, confidence, and joy. When you stop placing your happiness in the hands of others, you also cultivate a sense of gratitude for what you already have. Stoicism encourages you to focus on what is within your control and to appreciate the abundance that already exists in your life. This gratitude shifts your perspective from one of lack to one of fulfillment, helping you realize that you have everything you need to be happy right here and now. By not relying on others for happiness, you also reduce the fear of being alone. Many people stay in unhealthy relationships or situations because they are afraid of loneliness. But Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes from within, and when you cultivate this inner happiness, you no longer fear solitude. This freedom from the fear of being alone allows you to make decisions that are aligned with your best interests, rather than out of a need for companionship. In placing your happiness in your own hands, you also gain the ability to respond to life's challenges with greater resilience. When happiness is dependent on external factors, setbacks can feel devastating. But when your contentment comes from within, you are better able to face difficulties with strength and perspective. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond. This response determines your level of happiness and peace, regardless of the external circumstances. By cultivating inner happiness, you also develop a deeper sense of self-awareness. When you are not constantly seeking approval or validation from others, you have the space to reflect on your own thoughts, feelings, and desires. This self-awareness helps you understand what truly makes you happy, beyond what society or others might tell you should bring joy. Stoicism encourages this introspection as a means of discovering your true self, which is the foundation of lasting happiness. Lastly, placing your happiness in your own hands allows you to live with a sense of empowerment. You are no longer waiting for others to fulfill your emotional needs or bring you joy. Instead, you take ownership of your own well-being, creating a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and inner peace. This empowerment is at the heart of Stoic happiness, knowing that no matter what happens in the external world, your happiness is always within your control. This realization brings with it a deep sense of freedom, contentment, and resilience that endures through all of life's changes. Having explored the profound benefits of not placing your happiness in the hands of others, the next essential element to address is how to cultivate inner peace in old age. As life progresses, the external world becomes less predictable, with challenges such as health issues, loss, and changes in relationships. Stoicism offers a path to create inner peace, a calm and stable center within yourself that remains unshaken by the turbulence of life. This peace is not given by others or dependent on circumstances. It is something you build through intentional practice, grounded in the wisdom of Stoicism. Now, we delve into the ways you can cultivate this tranquility in your later years, making your inner world a sanctuary of calm and resilience. One of the primary ways to cultivate inner peace is through the practice of accepting what is beyond your control. In life, there will always be things that happen outside of your influence, other people's actions, changes in circumstances, and even your own aging. Fighting against these realities creates unnecessary stress and anxiety. Stoicism teaches that peace comes when you let go of the need to control the uncontrollable. By focusing on what you can influence, your thoughts, your responses, and your mindset, you build a foundation of peace that external events cannot disturb. Cultivating inner peace also involves simplifying your life. As we age, it's easy to accumulate unnecessary obligations, both material and emotional. Stoicism teaches that by reducing the clutter, whether it's physical possessions, unhealthy relationships, or activities that drain your energy, you create space for peace. This simplicity allows you to focus on what truly matters, cutting away the distractions that pull your mind in too many directions. With fewer demands on your time and energy, you can turn inward, nurturing the calm that comes from living in alignment with your values. Another key practice for cultivating inner peace is mindfulness. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of being present in the moment, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By training your mind to focus on the here and now, you reduce the mental chatter that often causes distress. This mindfulness allows you to fully experience each moment without being overwhelmed by thoughts of what has been or what might come. It brings clarity and calm, helping you engage with life from a place of peace rather than anxiety. Regular reflection is another way to nurture inner peace. Stoicism encourages self-examination, where you take time each day to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and feelings. This practice allows you to assess how well you are living in accordance with your principles and where you might need to make adjustments. By reflecting regularly, you gain deeper insight into your inner world, identifying the sources of unrest and taking steps to address them. This ongoing reflection helps you cultivate a peaceful mind by aligning your actions with your deeper values. Practicing gratitude is also essential for creating inner peace. Stoicism teaches that when you focus on what you already have, rather than on what you lack, you foster a mindset of abundance. This shift in perspective reduces feelings of dissatisfaction or longing, replacing them with contentment. Gratitude grounds you in the present, reminding you of the richness of your life, even in its simplest moments. By regularly practicing gratitude, you cultivate a sense of peace that comes from appreciating the beauty and abundance that surrounds you. One of the greatest obstacles to inner peace is holding on to resentment or anger. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness, both of others and of yourself, is a key to peace. When you let go of past grievances, you free yourself from the emotional weight that they carry. This release does not mean condoning wrongs, but rather recognizing that holding on to anger only disrupts your own peace. By practicing forgiveness, you remove the barriers that prevent you from experiencing tranquility in the present. Another important aspect of cultivating inner peace is the practice of self-compassion. As you age, it's easy to become critical of yourself for past mistakes, missed opportunities, or the natural limitations that come with aging. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all. By practicing self-compassion, you allow yourself to be human, to make mistakes, and to learn from them without harsh judgment. This kindness towards yourself creates an inner environment of peace, where you feel safe to grow and evolve. Inner peace also involves learning to live with uncertainty. The future is always uncertain, and in old age, this uncertainty can become more pronounced. Stoicism teaches that by accepting the unknown, you free yourself from the anxiety that comes from trying to predict or control the future. Instead of fearing what might come, you focus on what you can do today to live well. This acceptance of uncertainty creates a sense of peace, as you no longer waste energy worrying about things that have not yet and may never happen. Another powerful practice for cultivating inner peace is learning to detach from outcomes. Stoicism emphasizes that while you should strive to do your best in all things, the results are often beyond your control. By detaching from the need for specific outcomes, you free yourself from the stress of worrying about whether things will go as planned. Instead, you find peace in knowing that you have done your part, and whatever happens after is not within your control. This detachment from outcomes allows you to maintain your serenity no matter what life brings. Learning to set boundaries is also crucial for maintaining inner peace. In your later years, it's important to recognize that your time and energy are valuable, and not every request or obligation deserves your attention. Stoicism teaches that by setting clear boundaries, you protect your peace and well-being. This means learning to say no when necessary, without guilt or fear of disappointing others. By honoring your own needs, you create an environment where peace can flourish, free from the pressures of overcommitment. A practice that can deepen inner peace is cultivating a sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches that having a clear sense of meaning in your life is essential for maintaining peace, especially in old age. Whether it's through helping others, continuing to learn, or simply living in accordance with your values, a sense of purpose gives you a stable foundation. This purpose anchors your mind, giving it direction and focus, which in turn brings peace. When you know what you are living for, the distractions and anxieties of life fall away, leaving space for inner tranquility. Another way to cultivate peace is through the practice of humility. Stoicism teaches that recognizing your limitations and accepting that you are not all-powerful is key to finding peace. Humility allows you to let go of the need to control everything, to accept that you are a part of the larger world, not its master. This acceptance of your place in the world reduces the pressure to achieve or control, allowing you to rest in the knowledge that you are doing your best with what you have. This humility brings a quiet sense of peace, as you no longer strive against the natural flow of life. Stoicism also encourages the practice of aligning your actions with your values. When your daily life reflects what you truly believe, you create a deep sense of harmony within yourself. This alignment removes the inner conflict that can arise when your actions do not match your beliefs. By living in a way that is consistent with your principles, you cultivate a sense of integrity, which in turn fosters peace. You no longer have to struggle with feelings of guilt or dissatisfaction, because your life is a reflection of what matters most to you. Another Stoic practice that leads to peace is the cultivation of resilience. Life will inevitably bring challenges, especially in old age. Whether it's physical limitations, loss, or unexpected changes, resilience allows you to face these difficulties with strength and grace. Stoicism teaches that peace is not about avoiding challenges, but about building the mental and emotional tools to navigate them without losing your center. By developing resilience, you create an inner fortress of peace that remains intact, even in the midst of life's storms. A powerful practice for nurturing peace is learning to release attachment to material possessions. As we age, it's common to accumulate physical items that we believe bring comfort or status. But Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from within, not from external possessions. By letting go of the need for material things to define your happiness, you create space for inner peace. This detachment from possessions allows you to focus on the richness of your inner life rather than on the pursuit of more. Another way to cultivate inner peace is by practicing presence in relationships. Stoicism teaches that being fully present with others, whether it's a friend, a partner, or a stranger, creates deeper, more meaningful connections. By giving your full attention to the people in your life, you reduce the distractions and misunderstandings that can lead to conflict. This presence brings a sense of peace to your interactions as you engage with others from a place of calm and focus, rather than from distraction or impatience. Inner peace can also be cultivated through the practice of non-attachment to praise or criticism. Stoicism teaches that both praise and criticism are external judgments that do not define your worth. By learning to accept compliments without becoming attached to them and accepting criticism without letting it diminish you, you create a stable inner world. This non-attachment to others' opinions allows you to remain peaceful, knowing that your value comes from within, not from what others think or say. Another Stoic practice that fosters peace is the recognition of impermanence. Everything in life, from relationships to possessions to experiences, is temporary. By accepting the fleeting nature of life, you free yourself from the fear of loss. This acceptance brings a deep sense of peace, as you no longer cling to what is passing, but instead appreciate each moment for what it is. This perspective allows you to experience life fully without the anxiety that comes from trying to hold on to things that are meant to change. A practice that can enhance your peace is learning to find joy in simplicity. Stoicism teaches that true happiness does not come from complicated or grand experiences, but from appreciating the simple moments of life. Whether it's enjoying a quiet morning, savoring a meal, or spending time with loved ones, these small pleasures bring peace and contentment. By shifting your focus away from the need for constant excitement or achievement, you create space for peace in the simple, everyday moments of life. Stoicism also encourages the practice of self-discipline as a path to peace. When you have control over your impulses and desires, you are less likely to be pulled in multiple directions by external temptations or distractions. This discipline brings a sense of order and calm to your life, as you are able to make choices that align with your values and long-term goals, rather than being swayed by fleeting desires. This self-control fosters a deep sense of peace as you live with intention and purpose. Another way to nurture peace is by practicing kindness and compassion toward others. Stoicism teaches that by treating others with respect and care, you not only improve their well-being, but also create a more peaceful environment for yourself. Acts of kindness reduce tension and conflict, fostering harmony in your relationships. This compassion extends to yourself as well, as you learn to approach both yourself and others with understanding and patience, creating an inner and outer world of peace. Learning to accept your aging process with grace is another Stoic practice that leads to peace. As the body ages, it's natural to experience changes in physical ability, appearance, and energy levels. Stoicism teaches that these changes are part of the natural flow of life and should be accepted without resistance. By embracing the aging process rather than fighting against it, you create peace within yourself. This acceptance allows you to enjoy the present moment rather than longing for what was or fearing what is to come. Lastly, cultivating inner peace involves understanding that true happiness comes from living in harmony with nature. Stoicism teaches that we are all part of the natural world, and peace comes from aligning ourselves with its rhythms. This means accepting life's cycles, birth, growth, decline, and death, as natural processes that are beyond our control. By living in accordance with nature, you find peace in the knowledge that you are part of something larger than yourself, and that your place in the world is exactly where it should be. Through these Stoic practices, you cultivate an inner peace that is resilient, enduring, and deeply fulfilling. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances or the actions of others, but is built from within, grounded in your values, your acceptance of life's flow, and your ability to live with intention and purpose. This inner tranquility is the key to a happy and secure old age, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. As inner peace takes root through Stoic practices, the next step in building a strong foundation for later years is cultivating emotional resilience. While peace provides a sense of calm, resilience ensures that this calm remains steady in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Emotional resilience is the ability to recover quickly from setbacks, adapt to difficult circumstances, and maintain composure even when life throws its hardest punches. Stoicism offers deep insights into how to build this kind of strength, teaching that it is not the absence of hardship that creates a fulfilled life, but the ability to endure and rise above it. Now, we explore the Stoic secret to emotional resilience and how it can be applied to fortify your later years with strength and grace. At the core of emotional resilience is the practice of recognizing what you can control and what you cannot. Stoicism teaches that emotional turmoil often arises from trying to control things that are beyond your influence, such as other people's opinions, external events, or even the passing of time. Emotional resilience begins when you stop wasting energy on the uncontrollable and instead focus on what is within your power, your reactions, your thoughts, and your decisions. This mindset allows you to navigate difficulties without becoming overwhelmed by them. Another key to emotional resilience is learning to reinterpret challenges as opportunities for growth. In the Stoic tradition, hardship is not something to fear, but to embrace. Every difficulty you encounter holds the potential for inner development, teaching you lessons about patience, strength, and wisdom. By viewing setbacks as moments for growth rather than defeat, you develop the resilience needed to face life's challenges head-on without losing your sense of purpose or peace. Emotional resilience also requires you to practice detachment from outcomes. Stoicism teaches that while you should strive to do your best in all situations, the results are often beyond your control. When you detach from the need for specific outcomes, you free yourself from the anxiety that comes with uncertainty. This detachment fosters emotional strength as you learn to accept whatever comes your way without allowing it to disturb your inner balance. By focusing on your effort rather than the result, you build resilience that is not shaken by the unpredictability of life. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of staying present in the moment. Emotional resilience comes from not being weighed down by regrets of the past or anxieties about the future. By grounding yourself in the present, you reduce the mental strain that comes from dwelling on things you cannot change or predict. This practice helps you maintain clarity and focus, allowing you to respond to challenges with a calm and composed mind, rather than being swept away by emotional turbulence. Another essential aspect of emotional resilience is cultivating a strong sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches that when you have a clear sense of why you are enduring hardship, it becomes easier to bear. Whether it's a commitment to your family, your values, or personal growth, having a purpose gives you the strength to persevere through difficulties. This sense of purpose acts as an anchor, keeping you grounded and focused, even when life becomes challenging. Building emotional resilience also involves the practice of self-awareness. Stoicism encourages regular reflection on your thoughts, feelings, and reactions. This self-awareness allows you to identify patterns of behavior or thinking that may undermine your resilience. By understanding your emotional triggers and learning to manage them, you become less reactive and more able to maintain your composure in difficult situations. This awareness helps you navigate emotional challenges with greater clarity and control. Another powerful Stoic practice for developing emotional resilience is learning to embrace discomfort. In life, discomfort is inevitable, whether it's physical pain, emotional loss, or the uncertainty of the future. Stoicism teaches that by facing discomfort head-on, rather than avoiding it, you build the strength needed to endure hardship. This resilience allows you to remain steady, even in the midst of suffering, as you learn to accept pain as a natural part of life's journey. Emotional resilience also comes from the practice of patience. Life often unfolds at a slower pace than we would like, and rushing to resolve difficulties can lead to frustration and stress. Stoicism teaches that patience is key to navigating life's challenges with grace. By allowing situations to unfold in their own time, rather than forcing solutions, you create the space for resilience to grow. This patience helps you avoid emotional burnout, as you learn to accept the natural flow of life without resistance. A key component of emotional resilience is learning to forgive, both others and yourself. Stoicism teaches that holding on to grudges or past mistakes only weighs you down emotionally. By practicing forgiveness, you release the emotional burden that comes from resentment or self-blame, allowing yourself to move forward with a lighter heart. This act of forgiveness strengthens your emotional resilience, as it frees you from the negative emotions that can erode your inner peace. Another important practice for building resilience is maintaining a mindset of gratitude. Stoicism teaches that focusing on what you have rather than on what you lack helps to cultivate emotional strength. Gratitude shifts your perspective, allowing you to see the abundance in your life, even in the midst of hardship. This mindset of appreciation fosters resilience by helping you remain positive and hopeful, even when circumstances are difficult. Gratitude acts as a buffer against despair, reminding you that there is always something to be thankful for. Emotional resilience also involves accepting the impermanence of life. Stoicism teaches that everything, people, circumstances, even emotions, are temporary. By accepting this impermanence, you reduce the fear and anxiety that often arise from trying to hold on to what is inevitably changing. This acceptance allows you to navigate loss or transition with greater strength, knowing that change is a natural part of life. This mindset frees you from the emotional distress that comes from resisting the inevitable. Another Stoic practice that enhances emotional resilience is cultivating a mindset of adaptability. Life is full of unexpected changes, and emotional resilience comes from the ability to adapt to new circumstances without losing your balance. Stoicism teaches that by remaining flexible and open to change, you develop the strength to handle whatever comes your way. This adaptability ensures that you remain emotionally stable, even in the face of sudden or significant shifts in your life. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of emotional regulation in building resilience. Emotions, while natural, can easily spiral out of control if left unchecked. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot always control how you feel, you can control how you respond to those feelings. By learning to manage your emotions, whether it's anger, fear, or sadness, you develop the ability to remain calm and composed, even in the face of emotional challenges. This emotional regulation is key to maintaining resilience, as it prevents you from being overwhelmed by your feelings. Resilience also comes from the practice of self-compassion. Stoicism teaches that being kind to yourself is essential for emotional strength. When you treat yourself with understanding and patience, especially during difficult times, you build the inner resources needed to bounce back from hardship. This self-compassion allows you to acknowledge your struggles without being harsh or critical, creating a foundation of emotional resilience that supports you through life's ups and downs. Another important aspect of emotional resilience is developing the ability to find meaning in suffering. Stoicism teaches that even in the midst of pain or difficulty, there is always something to be learned. By finding meaning in hardship, you transform suffering into a tool for growth. This perspective allows you to endure challenges with a sense of purpose, knowing that each difficulty is an opportunity to strengthen your character and deepen your wisdom. This ability to find meaning in suffering fosters resilience by giving you the emotional strength to continue moving forward. Emotional resilience also involves practicing non-attachment to the opinions of others. Stoicism teaches that the judgments of others are beyond your control and should not dictate your sense of worth. By letting go of the need for approval or validation from others, you free yourself from the emotional turbulence that often comes from criticism or rejection. This detachment allows you to remain emotionally steady, even when others disapprove or misunderstand you. Another Stoic practice that strengthens resilience is the ability to embrace solitude. Emotional resilience comes from being comfortable with your own company, knowing that you do not need constant external validation to feel fulfilled. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from within, and by cultivating a sense of inner completeness, you build the resilience to face life's challenges without relying on others for emotional support. This independence fosters a deep sense of emotional security and strength. Emotional resilience also requires you to practice perseverance. Stoicism teaches that life is full of challenges, but those who persevere are the ones who find true peace and fulfillment. By continuing to move forward, even in the face of difficulty, you build the emotional strength to endure hardship without losing hope. This perseverance is key to resilience, as it helps you maintain your focus and purpose, no matter how tough life becomes. A key practice for building emotional resilience is learning to manage expectations. Stoicism teaches that unrealistic expectations, whether of yourself, others, or life, are a source of emotional pain. By keeping your expectations grounded in reality, you reduce the disappointment and frustration that come from unmet desires. This realistic approach helps you navigate life's challenges with greater emotional strength, as you are better prepared to accept things as they are, rather than as you wish they would be. Another Stoic practice that enhances resilience is the cultivation of humility. Emotional resilience comes from recognizing your limitations and accepting that you cannot control everything. By embracing humility, you release the pressure to be perfect or all-knowing, allowing yourself to be human. This acceptance of your own imperfections creates a sense of emotional freedom, as you no longer feel burdened by the need to always have the right answers or the perfect solutions. Stoicism also teaches that emotional resilience comes from the practice of self-discipline. Emotional strength is not something that happens by accident. It is built through consistent effort and intention. By practicing self-discipline, whether it's in managing your emotions, maintaining healthy habits, or staying true to your values, you develop the resilience needed to face life's challenges with confidence. This discipline ensures that you remain emotionally steady, even when life feels overwhelming. Another important aspect of resilience is the ability to maintain hope. Stoicism teaches that no matter how difficult life becomes, there is always the possibility of a better future. This sense of hope gives you the strength to continue moving forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. By cultivating hope, you foster emotional resilience, as it helps you stay focused on the potential for growth and improvement, rather than becoming discouraged by present difficulties. Emotional resilience also involves practicing compassion for others. Stoicism teaches that by recognizing the struggles of those around you and responding with empathy, you not only strengthen your relationships, but also build your own emotional strength. This compassion creates a sense of connection, reminding you that you are not alone in your challenges. By offering kindness to others, you foster a sense of emotional resilience that is rooted in the shared human experience. Another Stoic practice that builds resilience is learning to embrace change. Life is constantly evolving, and emotional resilience comes from accepting and adapting to these changes rather than resisting them. Stoicism teaches that change is a natural part of life, and by flowing with it rather than fighting against it, you develop the strength to handle life's transitions with grace. This adaptability ensures that you remain emotionally steady, even in the face of significant life changes. Resilience also comes from learning to detach from past mistakes. Stoicism teaches that holding on to regret or self-blame only weighs you down emotionally. By learning from your mistakes and then letting them go, you free yourself from the emotional burden of the past. This release allows you to move forward with a clear mind and a lighter heart, strengthening your emotional resilience and enabling you to face the future without the weight of past missteps. Another key to emotional resilience is cultivating a sense of inner calm. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from the ability to remain calm, even in the face of chaos. This inner calm is built through the practice of mindfulness, reflection, and emotional regulation. By cultivating a calm mind, you are better able to respond to life's challenges with clarity and composure, rather than being overwhelmed by emotional reactions. This calmness strengthens your resilience, allowing you to navigate life's storms with grace and confidence. Lastly, emotional resilience involves embracing the Stoic principle of focusing on what truly matters. In life, it's easy to become distracted by trivial concerns or external pressures, but emotional strength comes from staying focused on your core values and purpose. By aligning your actions with what is most important to you, you create a sense of emotional clarity and strength that helps you navigate challenges without losing your way. This focus ensures that, no matter what happens, you remain grounded in what truly matters, fostering a deep and enduring emotional resilience that carries you through all of life's difficulties. As emotional resilience fortifies the mind, it is equally important to turn attention to the strength of both body and spirit. Stoicism teaches that true security in old age comes not only from mental toughness, but also from physical and emotional vitality. The interconnectedness of physical and emotional well-being is key to navigating the later stages of life with confidence, energy, and grace. Just as the mind can be trained for resilience, the body can be nurtured to support independence, while emotional strength provides the stability needed to face life's inevitable transitions. Now, we explore how Stoic wisdom guides the cultivation of physical and emotional strength, ensuring a secure and fulfilled old age. Building physical strength is about more than just maintaining health. It is about fostering independence and self-reliance. As you age, the ability to move freely and handle daily tasks without assistance becomes a source of empowerment. Stoicism teaches that physical care is a duty to oneself. By staying active and maintaining physical fitness, you are not only preserving your body, but also safeguarding your ability to live life on your own terms. This commitment to physical strength ensures that you remain capable and independent, which in turn supports emotional well-being. Another critical aspect of physical strength is consistency. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of daily discipline, and this extends to physical health. Small, consistent efforts, such as regular exercise or mindful eating, build lasting physical resilience over time. This steady practice, rather than occasional intense bursts, is what strengthens the body. Stoic discipline teaches that true strength is cultivated over a lifetime of consistent care and effort, rather than relying on short-term fixes. Physical strength also fosters confidence. When your body is strong, you feel more capable of handling life's demands, from simple tasks to more complex challenges. This physical confidence directly impacts emotional well-being, as it reduces feelings of vulnerability or dependency. Stoicism teaches that self-reliance is central to peace of mind, and a strong, healthy body supports this sense of autonomy, reinforcing your overall sense of security. Maintaining physical strength in old age also requires flexibility, not just of the body, but of the mind. Stoicism teaches that as life changes, so too must your approach to maintaining health. What worked in your youth may no longer be possible in later years, and building strength requires adapting your physical routines to suit your current abilities. This adaptability ensures that you continue to nurture your physical health, even as your body evolves, preventing the frustration that comes from clinging to old methods. Another benefit of building physical strength is that it directly supports emotional stability. Physical exercise releases endorphins, which improve mood and reduce stress. Stoicism teaches that a calm, balanced mind is essential for enduring life's challenges, and by caring for the body, you are also nourishing the mind. This holistic approach to strength, where physical and emotional health are interconnected, creates a foundation of well-being that carries you through the later stages of life with grace and resilience. Emotional strength, like physical strength, is built through practice. Stoicism encourages the cultivation of emotional discipline, where you train your mind to remain steady in the face of life's ups and downs. By practicing emotional control, you develop the ability to manage stress, anxiety, and other difficult emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This emotional strength is key to maintaining peace and stability, especially in the face of the uncertainties that come with aging. Part of building emotional strength involves cultivating a sense of emotional independence. Stoicism teaches that while relationships are important, your sense of peace and security should not rely entirely on others. By developing emotional resilience, you become less dependent on external validation or support, creating a deeper sense of self-reliance. This emotional independence ensures that, even in the absence of others, you remain secure in your own well-being. Another important element of emotional strength is practicing acceptance. Stoicism emphasizes that life is full of events beyond your control, and emotional strength comes from accepting these realities without resistance. Whether it's the natural process of aging, changes in relationships, or the loss of loved ones, emotional strength allows you to face these challenges with grace. This acceptance does not mean giving up, but rather embracing the flow of life as it is, creating peace within yourself, even when external circumstances are difficult. Building emotional strength also involves developing the ability to process and release emotions in a healthy way. Stoicism does not advocate for the suppression of feelings, but rather teaches that emotions should be acknowledged and understood. then let go when they no longer serve you. By learning to process emotions, whether through reflection, conversation, or other practices, you prevent them from festering or turning into emotional burdens. This release creates emotional clarity, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart. Another powerful tool for building emotional strength is the practice of gratitude. Stoicism teaches that by focusing on the abundance in your life, rather than on what is lacking, you cultivate a mindset of contentment. This gratitude strengthens emotional resilience as it helps you appreciate the good, even during challenging times. By regularly practicing gratitude, you create an emotional buffer that protects you from feelings of despair or dissatisfaction, ensuring that your emotional foundation remains strong and stable. Physical strength also contributes to emotional resilience by promoting a sense of routine and structure. Stoicism teaches that a disciplined life fosters peace, and maintaining regular physical activity creates a rhythm that supports mental and emotional well-being. This structure helps ground you in the present, reducing anxiety or stress by giving you a sense of control over your daily life. This sense of order, supported by physical strength, fosters emotional stability, creating a balanced and harmonious life. Emotional strength is also built through self-compassion. As you age, it's natural to face new limitations or challenges, and Stoicism teaches that treating yourself with kindness during these transitions is key to maintaining emotional resilience. By accepting yourself as you are, with all your strengths and weaknesses, you build a foundation of self-love that fortifies your emotional health. This compassion allows you to navigate the challenges of aging without self-judgment, creating emotional peace and strength. Physical and emotional strength are deeply connected through the Stoic practice of mindfulness. By staying present in the moment, you reduce the mental clutter that often causes emotional unrest. Physical practices, such as mindful movement or breathing exercises, help ground you in the present, calming the mind and body. This mindfulness fosters emotional clarity as it helps you focus on what truly matters, rather than being overwhelmed by distractions or worries. Another aspect of building strength is the practice of perseverance. Whether it's maintaining physical fitness or cultivating emotional resilience, Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from the ability to endure. Life's challenges, whether physical decline or emotional loss, are inevitable, but by persevering, you build the strength needed to face them with courage and grace. This perseverance reinforces both your physical and emotional strength, ensuring that you remain steady, even in the face of difficulty. Building strength also involves learning to set boundaries. Stoicism teaches that maintaining control over your time, energy, and emotions is essential for a peaceful life. By setting clear boundaries, whether in your physical activities or in your emotional relationships, you protect your well-being. These boundaries ensure that you are not overextended or emotionally drained, creating a stable foundation from which you can build both physical and emotional strength. A key part of building emotional strength is learning to detach from the need for external validation. Stoicism teaches that your worth and well-being should not depend on the opinions or approval of others. By finding contentment within yourself, you free yourself from the emotional turbulence that comes from seeking constant reassurance. This emotional independence strengthens your resilience, allowing you to remain secure and confident, even in the absence of external praise or support. Physical strength also supports emotional well-being by reducing the risk of injury or illness, which can lead to emotional stress. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control every aspect of your health, you can take proactive steps to care for your body. By staying active and maintaining good health practices, you reduce the likelihood of physical setbacks, which in turn protects your emotional stability. This proactive approach to health fosters a sense of security, knowing that you are doing everything you can to maintain your physical and emotional well-being. Another important aspect of emotional strength is learning to navigate relationships with balance and grace. Stoicism teaches that while relationships are valuable, they should not dominate your emotional landscape. By maintaining a balanced approach to relationships, caring for others while preserving your own emotional boundaries, you create a sense of stability. This balance ensures that your emotional strength is not depleted by the demands of others, allowing you to engage in relationships with love and compassion without losing yourself. Physical strength is also connected to the practice of self-discipline, which Stoicism emphasizes as essential for a fulfilling life. By maintaining discipline in your physical routines, whether it's regular exercise, healthy eating, or sufficient rest, you build both physical and emotional resilience. This self-discipline creates a sense of control over your life, fostering a deep sense of satisfaction and well-being. It ensures that you are actively nurturing your body and mind, which in turn supports emotional stability. Emotional strength also involves learning to accept help when needed. Stoicism teaches that self-reliance is important, but it also acknowledges that no one can do everything alone. By accepting help, whether emotional or physical, you build strength by recognizing your own limitations and allowing others to support you. This humility fosters emotional resilience, as it reminds you that strength comes not only from independence, but also from the willingness to lean on others when necessary. Physical and emotional strength are also nurtured through the practice of self-awareness. Stoicism encourages regular reflection on your physical and emotional state, helping you identify areas where you may need to focus more attention. This self-awareness allows you to catch any signs of weakness, whether physical fatigue or emotional stress, before they become overwhelming. By addressing these areas early, you build resilience, ensuring that you remain strong and capable in both body and mind. Another key to building strength is practicing forgiveness, both toward others and yourself. Stoicism teaches that holding on to anger or regret only weakens you emotionally. By forgiving yourself for past mistakes and letting go of grudges, you free yourself from the emotional burdens that can drain your strength. This forgiveness creates space for emotional growth and resilience, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart and a stronger sense of well-being. Physical strength also contributes to emotional strength by fostering a sense of accomplishment. Stoicism teaches that progress, no matter how small, is essential for maintaining motivation and well-being. By setting and achieving physical goals, whether it's walking a certain distance or lifting a certain weight, you create a sense of pride and accomplishment that directly supports your emotional health. This feeling of achievement reinforces your overall sense of strength and capability. Building emotional strength also involves cultivating a mindset of optimism. Stoicism teaches that while life is full of challenges, it is also full of opportunities for growth and joy. By maintaining a positive outlook, even in the face of difficulties, you foster emotional resilience. This optimism helps you stay focused on the potential for improvement, rather than becoming discouraged by setbacks, ensuring that your emotional foundation remains strong and hopeful. Another important aspect of building strength is learning to find balance between action and rest. Stoicism teaches that both physical exertion and rest are necessary for maintaining strength. By balancing periods of activity with adequate rest, you ensure that your body and mind remain strong and healthy. This balance prevents burnout and fosters long-term resilience, allowing you to sustain your physical and emotional well-being over time. Physical strength also plays a role in reducing stress, which in turn supports emotional resilience. Stoicism teaches that by caring for the body, you create a sense of calm and stability that directly impacts your emotional health. Whether it's through regular exercise, proper nutrition, or mindfulness practices, maintaining physical strength helps to reduce the stress and anxiety that can weaken emotional resilience. This holistic approach to strength creates a foundation of well-being that supports both the body and the mind. Lastly, building strength, both physical and emotional, requires a long-term commitment to growth. Stoicism teaches that strength is not a destination, but a journey. By continually striving to improve, whether it's through physical fitness or emotional resilience, you ensure that you are always growing stronger. This commitment to growth creates a sense of purpose and direction, ensuring that you remain engaged with life and motivated to build the strength needed to face whatever challenges come your way. As physical and emotional strength are cultivated to ensure a secure old age, another essential aspect that Stoicism highlights is the power of solitude. Many find the later stages of life accompanied by moments of isolation, but Stoics view solitude as an opportunity for growth, self-reflection, and inner peace. Rather than depending solely on family or external relationships for fulfillment, Stoics find strength and clarity in being alone, using this time to connect deeply with their values and purpose. The ability to thrive in solitude is a source of true independence, fostering resilience and peace in the absence of constant social engagement. Now, let's delve into how Stoicism embraces solitude and why it becomes such a powerful tool for thriving in old age without family dependency. Solitude allows for uninterrupted self-reflection. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to sit quietly with one's thoughts and examine life is a profound gift. Stoicism teaches that introspection is key to understanding yourself and your purpose. In old age, this time for reflection becomes even more valuable, helping you make sense of your journey and cultivate a sense of inner peace. Without the noise of external relationships pulling you in different directions, solitude grants the space to align your actions with your deepest values. Solitude also fosters emotional independence. When you are comfortable being alone, you are no longer reliant on others for your happiness or sense of self-worth. Stoicism teaches that emotional strength comes from within, and solitude allows you to tap into this inner wellspring. Without the need for constant companionship or validation from family members, you develop a sense of self-reliance that shields you from the emotional ups and downs that come with dependency on others. Another benefit of solitude is the clarity it brings to your priorities. In the absence of external pressures, you can focus on what truly matters. Stoicism encourages the practice of stripping away unnecessary distractions to get to the heart of what is most important. Solitude provides the perfect environment for this practice, allowing you to hone in on your core values, goals, and desires without the influence of outside opinions. This clarity is empowering, helping you navigate life's later stages with purpose and direction. Solitude also encourages creativity. When you are alone with your thoughts, your mind is free to explore new ideas, perspectives, and solutions to problems. Stoicism teaches that creativity is a natural part of human existence, and solitude provides the fertile ground for it to flourish. In old age, this creativity can manifest in new hobbies, deeper philosophical insights, or even personal projects that bring joy and fulfillment. The freedom to create without external expectations allows you to express yourself authentically, leading to a richer, more satisfying life. Spending time alone also strengthens your relationship with yourself. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and self-mastery, and solitude provides the perfect opportunity to deepen this relationship. When you spend time in solitude, you become more attuned to your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This awareness helps you understand your strengths and areas for growth, allowing you to continue evolving even in the later stages of life. This strong sense of self is what enables Stoics to thrive without relying on others for support. In solitude, you also learn the art of self-soothing. Stoicism teaches that you have the power to calm your own mind and emotions without needing others to provide comfort. Solitude offers the space to practice this skill, whether through meditation, reflection, or simply sitting in silence. By learning to soothe yourself in moments of distress, you build emotional resilience, ensuring that you remain steady and calm even when life becomes challenging. This ability to find peace within yourself is a hallmark of Stoic strength. Another reason Stoics thrive in solitude is that it allows for the cultivation of inner peace. Solitude strips away the distractions of the external world, providing the opportunity to cultivate a deep sense of calm and tranquility. This inner peace is not dependent on external circumstances or relationships, but comes from within. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from accepting what is beyond your control and focusing on your inner world. Solitude provides the perfect environment for this practice, allowing you to nurture a sense of calm that remains unshaken by life's uncertainties. In solitude, you also have the opportunity to practice self-discipline. Without the influence of others, you are responsible for managing your time, energy, and focus. Stoicism teaches that self-discipline is essential for a fulfilling life, and solitude provides the space to develop this skill. By setting goals for yourself and working toward them, even in the absence of external accountability, you build both physical and emotional strength. This self-discipline ensures that you remain productive and engaged, even when you are alone. Solitude also helps you develop a sense of gratitude for the present moment. When you are alone, you have the time to fully appreciate the simple pleasures of life, whether it's the quiet of a morning, the warmth of the sun, or the beauty of nature. Stoicism teaches that gratitude is key to contentment, and solitude provides the space to practice this mindset. By focusing on the present moment and appreciating what you have, rather than longing for what you don't, you cultivate a sense of fulfillment that is independent of external relationships or circumstances. Another important aspect of thriving in solitude is learning to embrace the silence. In a world that is constantly noisy and busy, silence can feel uncomfortable at first. But Stoicism teaches that silence is a powerful tool for reflection, peace, and insight. In solitude, the absence of noise allows your mind to settle, creating space for deeper thoughts and understanding. This silence is not emptiness, but a rich environment where wisdom and clarity can emerge. By embracing silence, you learn to appreciate the stillness of life and the insights it can bring. Solitude also offers the opportunity to strengthen your physical health. Without the distractions of social obligations or family demands, you can focus more intently on caring for your body. Stoicism teaches that physical health is a foundation for overall well-being, and solitude provides the space to prioritize this care. Whether it's through regular exercise, mindful eating, or relaxation practices, solitude allows you to focus on maintaining your physical strength and vitality, ensuring that your body remains strong and capable in old age. Another way solitude strengthens you is by helping you let go of the need for approval from others. In solitude, you are free from the judgments and expectations of family or society, allowing you to live authentically according to your values. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from living in alignment with your principles, not from seeking validation from others. Solitude allows you to embrace this independence, fostering a sense of freedom and self-assurance that is not reliant on external approval. Solitude also provides the opportunity for deeper learning and personal growth. Without the distractions of constant social interaction, you have the time and mental space to focus on expanding your knowledge and understanding of the world. Stoicism values wisdom and lifelong learning, and solitude is the perfect environment for pursuing these goals. Whether it's through reading, studying philosophy, or engaging in personal reflection, solitude allows you to continue growing intellectually and spiritually, even in the later stages of life. In solitude, you also have the opportunity to practice patience. Without the demands of others, you are free to move at your own pace, allowing for a deeper sense of calm and patience. Stoicism teaches that patience is essential for enduring life's challenges with grace, and solitude provides the perfect space to cultivate this virtue. By practicing patience with yourself and your circumstances, you develop the emotional resilience needed to navigate life's ups and downs without becoming frustrated or overwhelmed. Solitude also fosters a sense of independence in decision-making. Without the influence of family or social expectations, you are free to make decisions based solely on your own values and desires. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes from the ability to make choices in alignment with your principles, rather than being swayed by external pressures. Solitude provides the space to reflect on your decisions and ensure that they are true to your own values, fostering a deeper sense of independence and self-confidence. Another benefit of solitude is the opportunity it provides for spiritual growth. Without the distractions of daily life, you have the time and space to connect with your inner self and the larger universe. Stoicism teaches that understanding your place in the world and accepting the flow of life is key to inner peace. In solitude, you can reflect on your connection to the world around you, fostering a sense of unity and acceptance that brings both spiritual and emotional strength. Solitude also encourages you to take responsibility for your own happiness. When you are alone, there is no one else to blame or rely on for your emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches that happiness is an internal state, not something that can be given by others. Solitude reinforces this lesson, reminding you that you are in control of your own happiness. This self-reliance ensures that you remain emotionally strong and independent, even in the absence of family or social support. In solitude, you also learn to embrace the natural ebb and flow of life. Stoicism teaches that life is full of change, and solitude provides the space to reflect on and accept these changes. Without the distractions of external relationships, you can focus on the impermanence of life and develop a deeper acceptance of the natural cycles of growth, aging, and loss. This acceptance fosters emotional resilience, allowing you to navigate life's transitions with grace and understanding. Another reason Stoics thrive in solitude is that it fosters a deep sense of contentment. Without the constant comparison to others or the need for external validation, you are free to appreciate your own life as it is. Stoicism teaches that contentment comes from within, and solitude allows you to practice this mindset by focusing on your own values, goals, and well-being. This contentment ensures that you remain peaceful and fulfilled, even in the absence of external distractions or relationships. Solitude also provides the opportunity to cultivate a deeper sense of purpose. Without the demands of others, you are free to explore your passions and interests more fully. Stoicism teaches that having a clear sense of purpose is essential for a fulfilling life, and solitude provides the space to reflect on what truly matters to you. By pursuing your own goals and passions, you create a sense of meaning and direction that is independent of external relationships or expectations. In solitude, you also have the opportunity to practice humility. Stoicism teaches that true wisdom comes from recognizing your own limitations and embracing the fact that you are not the center of the universe. In solitude, you are free from the distractions of ego or social status, allowing you to reflect on your place in the world with humility. This humility fosters emotional resilience, as it reminds you that life is not about control or dominance, but about acceptance and understanding. Another benefit of solitude is the opportunity it provides for emotional healing. Without the constant demands of social interaction, you have the time and space to process and release past emotions or experiences that may have been buried. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from confronting and accepting your emotions rather than suppressing them. Solitude provides the perfect environment for this healing process, allowing you to address any lingering emotional wounds and find peace within yourself. In solitude, you also learn to embrace simplicity. Without the distractions of family or social obligations, you are free to focus on the simple pleasures of life, whether it's a quiet walk, a good book, or a moment of reflection. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from appreciating the simple things, and solitude provides the space to practice this mindset. By focusing on simplicity, you create a sense of peace and contentment that is independent of external possessions or relationships. Solitude also provides the opportunity to cultivate a deeper sense of resilience. Without the constant support of family or friends, you learn to rely on your own inner strength to navigate life's challenges. Stoicism teaches that resilience is built through self-reliance, and solitude provides the space to practice this skill. By facing life's difficulties on your own terms, you develop the emotional and mental strength needed to thrive in old age, even in the absence of external support. In solitude, you also have the opportunity to practice mindfulness. Without the distractions of social interaction, you can focus more fully on the present moment, allowing you to cultivate a deeper sense of awareness and peace. Stoicism teaches that mindfulness is key to inner peace, and solitude provides the perfect environment for this practice. By focusing on the present moment, you reduce stress and anxiety, creating a sense of calm and clarity that supports both your physical and emotional well-being. Another benefit of solitude is the opportunity it provides for personal growth. Without the influence of others, you are free to explore new interests, hobbies, or goals that align with your values. Stoicism teaches that personal growth is essential for a fulfilling life, and solitude provides the space to pursue this growth without external distractions. Whether it's learning a new skill, deepening your knowledge, or pursuing a creative passion, solitude allows you to continue growing and evolving, even in old age. Solitude also helps you develop a deeper sense of self-trust. When you are alone, you learn to rely on your own judgment and instincts, rather than seeking guidance or approval from others. Stoicism teaches that true wisdom comes from within, and solitude provides the space to practice this self-trust. By making decisions based on your own values and understanding, you build confidence in your ability to navigate life's challenges, creating a deeper sense of independence and emotional strength. Lastly, solitude fosters a sense of peace by allowing you to let go of external expectations. In a world that often values constant social interaction and family dependency, choosing solitude can feel like a radical act of self-care. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from living in alignment with your own values, rather than conforming to societal expectations. Solitude provides the space to reflect on what truly matters to you, allowing you to let go of the need to fit into external molds. This freedom creates a deep sense of inner peace and contentment, ensuring that you thrive in old age without relying on family dependency. As the strength of solitude provides peace and independence in old age, there comes a moment where the inevitable process of aging must be faced with acceptance. Aging is a universal truth, one that cannot be avoided, yet how we respond to it shapes our entire experience. Stoicism teaches that aging, far from being a burden, can be embraced with dignity, wisdom, and grace. To accept the passage of time is to free oneself from the fear of decline and to find peace in the natural flow of life. Now, let's explore how Stoic principles guide the acceptance and embracing of aging, allowing you to experience it not as a loss, but as a journey filled with insight, strength, and fulfillment. The first step in accepting aging with grace is to acknowledge the reality of impermanence. Stoicism teaches that everything in life is temporary, and this includes our physical bodies and abilities. By embracing this truth, rather than resisting it, you free yourself from the frustration that comes with trying to hold on to youth. Aging is not something to be feared, but a natural part of existence, and accepting it as such brings a sense of peace and understanding. This acceptance allows you to focus on what truly matters, your character, wisdom, and relationships, rather than being consumed by the inevitable changes to your body. A key part of embracing aging is learning to let go of comparisons. In a world that often idolizes youth, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing your current self to your younger years or to others who seem to age more slowly. Stoicism teaches that comparisons only lead to dissatisfaction and suffering. Instead, focus on your own journey, acknowledging the unique strengths and wisdom that come with your age. By letting go of comparisons, you free yourself from the unrealistic standards that society often imposes, allowing you to age with confidence and grace. Aging with grace also involves shifting your focus from physical appearance to inner strength. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of character over external beauty, teaching that true worth comes from your actions and virtues, not from how you look. As you age, your body may change, but your capacity for kindness, wisdom, and compassion remains within your control. By focusing on these internal qualities, you cultivate a sense of self-worth that is independent of physical decline, allowing you to age with dignity and self-respect. Another important aspect of accepting aging is embracing the wisdom that comes with experience. Stoicism teaches that aging brings with it a wealth of knowledge and insight that can only be gained through living. Rather than lamenting the loss of youth, focus on the wisdom you've accumulated over the years. This wisdom is a source of strength, guiding you through life's challenges with greater understanding and clarity. By valuing your experience, you shift your perspective on aging from one of loss to one of growth, seeing it as an opportunity to deepen your insight and share your knowledge with others. Embracing aging also requires cultivating patience with yourself. As your body and mind change, it's natural to experience moments of frustration or difficulty. Stoicism teaches that patience is key to navigating these changes with grace. By practicing patience with yourself, whether it's in dealing with physical limitations or adapting to new circumstances, you create a sense of peace and acceptance. This patience allows you to approach aging with a calm and steady mind, rather than being overwhelmed by the challenges it may bring. One of the most empowering aspects of embracing aging is learning to accept help when needed. Stoicism teaches that self-reliance is important, but it also acknowledges the wisdom in accepting support when necessary. As you age, there may be times when you need assistance, whether physical or emotional, and accepting this help does not diminish your independence. Instead, it strengthens your resilience by recognizing your limits and allowing others to support you in a way that respects your dignity and autonomy. Aging with Stoic grace also involves embracing change, both in yourself and in the world around you. Stoicism teaches that life is in a constant state of flux, and resisting change only creates suffering. By accepting the changes that come with aging, whether it's in your body, relationships, or daily routines, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to control the uncontrollable. This acceptance allows you to move through life with greater ease, adapting to new circumstances without losing your sense of peace and stability. Another important practice for embracing aging is gratitude. Stoicism teaches that focusing on what you have, rather than on what you've lost, fosters a mindset of contentment and peace. As you age, it's natural to reflect on the things you once had: youth, physical strength, certain opportunities. But by shifting your focus to what you have now, you create a deeper sense of fulfillment. Whether it's the wisdom gained from experience, the relationships you've nurtured, or the simple pleasures of daily life, practicing gratitude allows you to embrace aging with a heart full of appreciation rather than regret. Embracing aging also means letting go of the fear of death. Stoicism teaches that death is a natural part of life, and fearing it only robs you of the present moment. By accepting the inevitability of death, you free yourself from the anxiety that often accompanies aging. This acceptance allows you to live more fully, appreciating each day without the constant worry of what's to come. Stoicism encourages you to see death not as an end, but as a part of the natural cycle of life, and embracing this truth brings a profound sense of peace. Aging with grace also involves maintaining a sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches that having a clear sense of purpose is essential for a fulfilling life, regardless of age. As you grow older, your roles and responsibilities may shift, but your ability to contribute to the world and live with purpose remains. Whether it's through helping others, continuing to learn, or simply living in accordance with your values, maintaining a sense of purpose gives your life direction and meaning. This sense of purpose helps you embrace aging with enthusiasm and energy, knowing that each day offers the opportunity to live fully. Another key to embracing aging is learning to adapt to new limitations without losing your sense of self. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control the changes that come with aging, you can control how you respond to them. By adapting to physical or mental limitations with creativity and resilience, you maintain your independence and dignity. This adaptability ensures that you continue to thrive, even in the face of challenges, and prevents you from becoming discouraged or defeated by the natural process of aging. In aging, there is also a great opportunity for reflection and personal growth. Stoicism encourages regular self-examination, and as you age, this practice becomes even more valuable. By reflecting on your life, your choices, and your growth, you gain deeper insight into who you are and who you want to become. This reflection allows you to continue evolving, even in your later years, and ensures that you remain engaged with life's journey, always seeking to improve and grow. Aging with grace also means cultivating resilience in the face of loss. As you grow older, it's natural to experience loss, whether it's the loss of loved ones, physical abilities, or certain opportunities. Stoicism teaches that while loss is inevitable, it does not have to diminish your sense of peace or happiness. By accepting loss as a part of life and focusing on what remains, you build emotional resilience that allows you to navigate grief with strength and grace. This resilience ensures that you continue to find joy and meaning, even in the face of life's inevitable changes. Another important aspect of embracing aging is finding joy in simplicity. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from appreciating the simple things in life, rather than constantly striving for more. As you age, the ability to find joy in everyday moments, whether it's a quiet morning, a good book, or time spent with loved ones, becomes even more important. By focusing on these simple pleasures, you cultivate a sense of contentment that carries you through the later stages of life with peace and fulfillment. Aging with stoic grace also involves accepting your limitations without losing your sense of worth. Stoicism teaches that your value as a person is not determined by your physical abilities or external achievements, but by your character and virtues. As you age and face new limitations, it's important to remember that these do not diminish your worth. By focusing on your inner qualities, kindness, wisdom, patience, you maintain a strong sense of self-worth that is independent of your physical or external circumstances. Another key to embracing aging is learning to let go of the need for control. Stoicism teaches that much of life is beyond your control, and this is especially true as you age. By accepting this truth and letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and frustration. This acceptance allows you to focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions and responses, creating a sense of peace and stability even in the face of life's uncertainties. Embracing aging also involves cultivating a mindset of compassion, both for yourself and for others. Stoicism teaches that compassion is essential for a peaceful and fulfilling life, and this becomes even more important as you age. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially in the face of physical or emotional challenges, you create a sense of peace within yourself. This compassion also extends to others, allowing you to navigate relationships with patience and empathy, fostering deeper connections and a greater sense of fulfillment. As you age, it's also important to maintain a sense of humor. Stoicism teaches that life is filled with challenges, but approaching these challenges with a sense of lightness and humor can make them easier to bear. By finding humor in the inevitable difficulties of aging, whether it's the small annoyances of daily life or the larger challenges, you create a sense of joy and resilience. This ability to laugh at life's ups and downs allows you to embrace aging with grace, knowing that not everything needs to be taken so seriously. Aging with grace also means continuing to learn and grow. Stoicism teaches that wisdom is a lifelong pursuit, and there is always something new to learn, no matter your age. By maintaining a sense of curiosity and openness to new experiences, you keep your mind sharp and engaged. This commitment to learning ensures that you continue to evolve even in your later years and prevents the stagnation that often accompanies aging. Whether it's learning a new skill, deepening your understanding of philosophy, or exploring new interests, this pursuit of knowledge keeps you vibrant and fulfilled. Another important aspect of embracing aging is finding peace in solitude. Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes from within, and solitude provides the perfect opportunity to cultivate this inner peace. As you age, there may be moments of isolation, but rather than fearing these moments, use them as an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. Solitude allows you to connect with yourself on a deeper level, fostering a sense of peace that is independent of external relationships or circumstances. In aging, there is also the opportunity to give back and share your wisdom with others. Stoicism teaches that one of the greatest gifts you can offer is your experience and insight. As you age, you have the unique ability to mentor and guide others, sharing the lessons you've learned along the way. This act of giving back not only benefits those around you, but also gives your life a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. By sharing your wisdom, you continue to make a positive impact on the world, even in your later years. Aging with grace also involves letting go of the need for perfection. Stoicism teaches that perfection is an illusion, and striving for it only leads to frustration. As you age, it's important to accept that you are not perfect, and that's okay. By embracing your imperfections and focusing on progress rather than perfection, you free yourself from the pressure to be something you're not. This acceptance allows you to age with peace and self-compassion, knowing that you are enough just as you are. Lastly, embracing aging with Stoic grace involves finding peace in the present moment. Stoicism teaches that the past is gone and the future is uncertain, but the present is where true life exists. As you age, it's natural to reflect on the past or worry about the future, but by focusing on the present, you create a sense of peace and fulfillment. By living fully in each moment, whether it's enjoying a simple pleasure, spending time with loved ones, or reflecting on your life, you embrace aging with a heart full of gratitude and a mind at peace. As embracing aging with Stoic grace brings peace and acceptance, the journey toward wisdom and insight becomes even more profound. The later years offer a unique opportunity for deep reflection, where you can gather the experiences of your life, extract valuable lessons, and cultivate a richer understanding of yourself and the world around you. Stoicism teaches that wisdom is not a destination, but a continuous process of learning and introspection. Through reflection, you unlock the insights that have been waiting to reveal themselves, helping you live with clarity and purpose. Now, we will explore how reflection serves as a powerful tool in building wisdom and insight in old age, allowing you to navigate life's final chapters with greater understanding and serenity. Reflection begins with looking inward and examining your past experiences without judgment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-examination, not as a way to criticize or regret, but as a means of understanding the choices you've made and the lessons they hold. In old age, the gift of time allows you to revisit moments from your past with a new perspective, helping you extract the wisdom that might have been overlooked at the time. This reflective practice leads to greater self-awareness and a deeper understanding of your personal journey. Through reflection, you also gain clarity on how your values have evolved over time. Stoicism teaches that living in accordance with your values is key to a fulfilling life, and reflection allows you to assess how well you've lived up to those principles. By reviewing your past actions and decisions, you can see where you've been aligned with your values and where you've strayed. This insight empowers you to live with greater integrity in the present and future, ensuring that your remaining years are guided by what truly matters to you. Reflection in old age also offers the chance to reconcile with past mistakes. Stoicism teaches that no one is perfect, and mistakes are inevitable. However, instead of carrying regret, reflection allows you to view these missteps as valuable lessons. By understanding the circumstances that led to your mistakes, you gain the wisdom to avoid repeating them and the strength to forgive yourself. This process of reflection transforms past errors into stepping stones for personal growth, freeing you from the weight of regret and helping you move forward with greater clarity. Another key benefit of reflection is the ability to appreciate the journey you've traveled. In the busyness of life, it's easy to overlook your achievements and personal growth. Stoicism encourages you to take stock of your accomplishments, not with pride, but with gratitude for the growth they represent. Through reflection, you can see how far you've come, recognizing the challenges you've overcome and the person you've become as a result. This acknowledgement of your journey fosters a sense of fulfillment and peace in old age, knowing that your life has been meaningful. Reflection also helps you understand the patterns in your life. Stoicism teaches that many aspects of life are cyclical, and by reflecting on your past, you can identify recurring themes, behaviors, or challenges. Understanding these patterns allows you to gain insight into how you respond to certain situations and why. This awareness enables you to break negative cycles and reinforce positive ones, ensuring that you continue to grow and evolve even in your later years. One of the most powerful aspects of reflection is the ability to gain perspective on the things that once seemed significant. In the moment, certain events or challenges may have felt overwhelming, but with the passage of time, you can see them in a new light. Stoicism teaches that many of the things we worry about are not as important as they seem. Through reflection, you gain the wisdom to recognize which concerns were fleeting and which truly mattered. This perspective helps you prioritize what is important now, allowing you to live with greater peace and focus. Reflection also brings insight into the nature of relationships. As you look back on the people who have come in and out of your life, you can assess the impact those relationships have had on you. Stoicism teaches that relationships are a key part of the human experience, but they must be approached with wisdom and balance. By reflecting on your past relationships, you gain insight into what makes a relationship healthy and fulfilling, and you can apply this wisdom to the connections you maintain in your later years. In old age, reflection also provides the opportunity to make peace with loss. Whether it's the loss of loved ones, opportunities, or aspects of yourself, Stoicism teaches that loss is a natural part of life. Through reflection, you can process the grief that accompanies loss and gain a deeper understanding of its place in your life. This reflection helps you move through grief with grace, recognizing that while loss is painful, it also offers lessons about the impermanence of life and the importance of cherishing the present. Another benefit of reflection is the ability to see how your perception of success and happiness has changed over time. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from living in accordance with your values, not from external achievements or material possessions. Through reflection, you can assess how your understanding of happiness has evolved, moving away from societal expectations toward a deeper, more personal sense of fulfillment. This shift in perspective allows you to live with greater contentment, knowing that happiness is not found in external validation, but in the peace that comes from within. Reflection also fosters a deeper connection to the present moment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in the present, and by reflecting on the past, you gain the insight to appreciate the present more fully. As you reflect on the fleeting nature of time, you become more aware of the preciousness of each moment. This awareness encourages you to savor the small joys of daily life, rather than becoming preoccupied with the past or future. This mindful approach to living brings a sense of peace and fulfillment in old age. Through reflection, you also gain a clearer understanding of your strengths and weaknesses. Stoicism teaches that self-knowledge is the foundation of wisdom, and reflection allows you to assess your abilities with honesty and humility. By acknowledging both your strengths and areas for improvement, you can continue to grow and evolve, even in your later years. This self-awareness empowers you to live with greater authenticity, embracing who you are and striving to become the best version of yourself. Reflection also provides the opportunity to redefine your sense of purpose. As you age, your roles and responsibilities may change, but Stoicism teaches that purpose is not tied to external roles, it comes from within. By reflecting on your life, you can reassess what gives you meaning and direction. This reflection allows you to continue living with purpose, even as your circumstances evolve. Whether it's through helping others, pursuing personal growth, or simply living in alignment with your values, reflection helps you maintain a strong sense of purpose in old age. Another important aspect of reflection is the opportunity to make amends. Stoicism teaches that living with integrity involves acknowledging when we have caused harm and taking steps to make things right. Through reflection, you can identify relationships or situations where amends are needed and take action to heal those wounds. This process of reconciliation brings a sense of peace and closure, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer conscience. Reflection also deepens your understanding of the role of challenges in your life. Stoicism teaches that adversity is a powerful teacher, offering opportunities for growth and resilience. By reflecting on the challenges you faced, you can see how they have shaped you into the person you are today. This insight allows you to approach future challenges with greater strength and wisdom, knowing that each difficulty holds the potential for growth. This perspective transforms hardship from something to be feared into something to be embraced. As you reflect on your life, you also gain insight into the impact of your choices. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living intentionally, and reflection allows you to see how your decisions have shaped the course of your life. By understanding the consequences of your choices, both positive and negative, you gain the wisdom to make more thoughtful decisions in the future. This insight helps you live with greater mindfulness, ensuring that your actions align with your values and contribute to your overall well-being. Reflection also provides the opportunity to cultivate forgiveness. Stoicism teaches that holding on to resentment or anger only harms yourself. Through reflection, you can revisit past grievances and find the strength to let them go. This act of forgiveness brings emotional freedom, allowing you to release the burdens of the past and live with greater peace and compassion. Forgiving others and yourself is an essential step in building wisdom and insight, as it opens the door to healing and growth. Another key aspect of reflection is the ability to see the interconnectedness of life. Stoicism teaches that we are all part of a larger whole, and reflection allows you to see how your life has been shaped by the people, events, and circumstances around you. This understanding fosters a sense of gratitude and humility, recognizing that your journey has been influenced by forces beyond your control. This perspective encourages you to live with greater appreciation for the connections and opportunities that have shaped your life. In old age, reflection also helps you come to terms with your own mortality. Stoicism teaches that death is a natural part of life, and reflecting on this truth allows you to approach it with acceptance rather than fear. By contemplating your own mortality, you gain the wisdom to live more fully in the present, knowing that each day is a gift. This reflection fosters a sense of peace, helping you embrace the end of life with grace and dignity rather than clinging to the illusion of immortality. Reflection also provides insight into the power of perspective. Stoicism teaches that how you view a situation can greatly influence your experience of it. By reflecting on past events, you can see how your perspective shaped your response and emotions. This awareness empowers you to choose a more constructive perspective in the future, allowing you to approach challenges with a mindset of growth and resilience. This shift in perspective is a key part of building wisdom, as it helps you navigate life with greater clarity and strength. Another important aspect of reflection is the opportunity to cultivate humility. Stoicism teaches that true wisdom comes from recognizing your limitations and embracing the fact that you do not know everything. Through reflection, you can see where your knowledge has grown and where it still has room to expand. This humility fosters a sense of openness and curiosity, encouraging you to continue learning and growing even in your later years. Reflection also helps you appreciate the role of gratitude in your life. Stoicism teaches that gratitude is essential for contentment, and by reflecting on the people, experiences, and opportunities that have enriched your life, you cultivate a deeper sense of appreciation. This gratitude helps you focus on the abundance in your life, rather than dwelling on what is lacking. This mindset of gratitude fosters peace and fulfillment, allowing you to live with a heart full of appreciation for the gifts life has offered you. As you reflect on your life, you also gain insight into the importance of balance. Stoicism teaches that living a balanced life, where you give equal attention to your physical, emotional, and intellectual well-being, is key to happiness. Through reflection, you can assess where you may have been out of balance in the past and take steps to restore harmony in your life. This balance ensures that you continue to thrive, even in old age, by nurturing all aspects of yourself. Another important aspect of reflection is the opportunity to recognize the impact you've had on others. Stoicism teaches that we are all interconnected, and our actions have a ripple effect on those around us. By reflecting on your relationships and interactions, you can see how your words and deeds have influenced others, for better or worse. This insight allows you to live with greater mindfulness, ensuring that your actions contribute to the well-being of those around you. Reflection also deepens your understanding of the role of acceptance in finding peace. Stoicism teaches that much of life is beyond your control, and true peace comes from accepting this truth. Through reflection, you can see where resistance has caused you unnecessary suffering and where acceptance has brought you peace. This insight empowers you to approach future challenges with a mindset of acceptance, allowing you to live with greater serenity and ease. Lastly, reflection helps you see the importance of living with intention. Stoicism teaches that a fulfilling life is one lived with purpose and mindfulness. By reflecting on your past, you can assess where you have lived with intention and where you have allowed external forces to guide your actions. This awareness encourages you to live more deliberately in the future, ensuring that your choices are aligned with your values and contribute to a life of meaning and fulfillment. Through this reflection, you build the wisdom and insight needed to navigate old age with grace, peace, and purpose. As you navigate the later years of life, the teachings of Stoicism offer the tools to ensure security, independence, and inner peace. By focusing on self-reliance, emotional detachment, financial independence, and building strong support systems without relying on others, particularly your children, you empower yourself to live a life of strength and purpose. Aging gracefully with Stoic wisdom isn't about cutting ties with family. It's about reclaiming your autonomy, ensuring that your happiness remains firmly in your hands. Now that we've uncovered the 5 pillars to a secure and happy old age, we want to hear from you. Which of these Stoic principles resonates the most with you? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Your wisdom could inspire others on their own journey. If you found value in this discussion and want to continue exploring ways to live with greater independence and peace, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another powerful lesson on living your best, most resilient life. Thank you for being part of this journey toward a more secure, fulfilled old age.